Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like for everybody to please recognize that this is episode number 379. Number 379 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And if you haven't already done so, go ahead and spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, folks, if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter, folks. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores, baby, all right? All one word, no underscores, PoliticsGhost. Anyway, folks, it is Taco Tuesday. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I want to extend, first of all, my sincerest apologies for all the folks that were watching the Twitter feed this morning. For whatever reason, Twitter, whenever I start tweeting out some of these stock tips and stocks to watch and the things that I tweet about in the morning, I'm starting to get, I don't know, they're prohibiting me from tweeting after a certain time. I don't really get it. I don't know. I don't care. I'm sick of Twitter already. I'm sick of it, man. And I don't know if you've heard the latest news out of Twitter. They're about to lay off 300 of their damn little Fruit Bowl employees. And you know what? Good riddance. But anyway, every time after a certain period of tweeting stocks and stock-related tweets, all of a sudden I get this message every time I tweet. You've already sent this message. You've already sent this message. You already sent this message. You know, every goddamn time I'm sitting over here, I'm trying to help out capitalists that are watching the Twitter feed. I'm trying to help them make money, for Christ's sake, and I've got Twitter working against me. Now, folks, like I said, my sincerest apologies, folks, but you know what? We're going to clear this up because, look, I want people to make money. You know as well as I, if you've been watching my Twitter feed, yours truly knows where the money's at in the market, baby. Not to mention, he knows where to call the dips. He knows where to ride the waves, baby, and it is up to you. Once I highlight where the dips are happening, once I highlight where the waves are forming, it's up to you to get on board, and it's up to you to when to get off, when to jump off. Because I can't do it all for you, baby. You understand that? I can lead the horse to water, but I can't force it how to drink, how much to drink, so on and so forth. So that's why I'm saying it's all about capitalism, and I want people to make money. I want people to sincerely make money. So what I'm planning to do is this. I'm planning on trying to, and look, let me tell you, I got a lot on my plate as it is, all right? But since I'm already conducting myself in the markets in the morning anyway, I was thinking about conducting a serious show. And it is, look, it is all markets. It's all about calling the dips, riding the waves. I'll be monitoring the markets. It'll be an audio-based broadcast. And individuals that are actually playing the markets in the morning, all right, this will be very key to you because you could be there at the trading desk without even worrying about, having to pay attention to a Twitter account or having to pay attention to any kind of other program application, so on and so forth. You could be sitting down at your trading desk, literally having some sort of Bluetooth headset, just listening into the broadcast while I'm sitting here doing all the legwork stating, okay, look, we got a stock to watch up in here. So-and-so just released their earnings, so on and so forth, all right? I'm thinking about somewhere between the hours, I'm thinking of beginning it at about 7:30 a.m., all right? This is Central Standard Time, so that I can have a pre-market talk to the folks that are actually, because this is a pay service, folks, all right? I'm making you money. This is pure money. This ain't going to be no entertainment crap. All right? This is for serious traders, serious people that are actually trying to put a small amount of money into a used stock trade account, or I did suggest today on Twitter, I found another service that is similar to used stock trade. It is what is it called? Robinhood app, the Robinhood app. And that's a similar service to usestocktrade.com, folks. So you've got your pickings there, all right? It just goes to show you I am not paid by any one of those brokerage firms. They're not even brokerages. They're alternative trade services. That's why you, as an individual capitalist investor, can, put in $500 or $1,000 in there and be able to day trade. And that's what we're doing, folks. Every time you get some shares and you catch it on the dip and you ride the wave, and then you jump off that wave and get some liquidity, a.k.a. profit, that's day trading. And the only way you can do that is if you participate in these alternative trade services that are untraditional to the actual brokerage accounts that you would otherwise get at, like, Ameritrade, E-Trade, Charles Schwab, that sort of thing. Because if you were to get a traditional account at those brokerage firms, you would have to have, under law, $25,000 in your brokerage account to participate in day/pattern trading. The only reason you can do this on usestocktrade.com and you can do this on Robinhood app, if you use your own cash, of course, if you're not trading anything on margin, if you're using your own cash, you can day trade all you want to as a non-professional. That means a non-professional means that you're not somebody who works for Goldman Sachs or a banking institution or a financial institution, so on and so forth, all right? Because it's not a direct brokerage firm, all right, they are able to bypass the law that prohibits independent investors from partaking in day trading. So that's why I suggest usestocktrade.com or the new one I found out, which is Robinhood app, which is an application I believe you download to your phone. I'm not sure if they have a desktop application or a desktop program, but you can take a look at both of those, take a look at what they have to offer, but they do offer the same thing, all right? They do offer the same thing. So I'm just saying. Okay, my apologies. Somebody who has partaken in Robinhood says that you're only allowed 3 day trades a week on Robinhood. My apologies. Somebody told me otherwise. I'm just trying to relay the information from folks that are actually partaking in these services, and I'm just trying to relay that information. That just goes to show you, folks, that I'm not being paid to advertise any of these services. I'm just trying to forward folks these services so that they can, take a look at them and see what they have to offer. But anyway, folks, I'm considering, doing this, and it'll be a small weekly fee, week to week, because I look at it like this. All right? I don't want anybody feeling obligated per month. I don't want to be sitting here saying, "Oh, well, you can go ahead, but I'm going to have to do 2 months." I don't want that repetitive billing crap. Look. Ghost.market. I'll probably post it up at about maybe Saturday night. It'll be posted on there, and it'll be a small weekly fee, and that week you can partake in the actual broadcast, And the broadcast will actually partake in possibly a conference call so that you could probably just call up in on your cell phone and just kind of listen in to what's going on as far as, me kind of monitoring the markets, knowing where the money's at, knowing where the high volume and the decent pre-market's at, so on and so forth. So anyway, I'm just highlighting that, folks, because I know there's people that have been following me on Twitter. They were expecting me to call the dips and, call the waves, that sort of thing. All right? So anyway, let me continue going on here. All right? Let's go with the markets because it was a weird market today, to say the least. All right? And for you folks that were playing the market today, the morning looked great, looked very optimistic. And really what happened, folks, is that earnings came in, and it looked high in certain stocks, very dismal in most stocks. And moreover, folks, the forecasts that a lot of these corporations are saying in their earnings calls is not very delightful to the ears of investors. So as, the investors started getting an accumulation of these conference calls or these earnings reports, and then the reestablished forecasts with those earning reports, you saw a lot of negativity hit the market, and you saw it quick. All right? I mean, I'm serious. You saw it, and you saw it really quick. And with that, even if you were playing a stock that initially in the morning was having very nice waves, very nice dips, it all of a sudden flatlined very quickly. And the reason is, folks, is because of the decrease related to the earnings and the forecast that were projected for future earnings as it related to companies that have, announced today. And another thing, folks, the dollar continues to be king in this investment community. And I'm not just talking about here in America. The Europeans are taking profits in American dollars. So right now, as the market sees it, American dollars right now, everybody wants it. Everybody wants to be cashed out in American dollars. Everybody wants to take profits in American dollars. And as I stated, when you have American dollars being acquired in such a dramatic fashion, in an abundance, the scarcity of those dollars happen to partake. There's a scarcity in those dollars that takes place in the market, and as a result, the value of the dollar goes up. The value goes up. Now, let's go ahead and get with the markets here. The Dow Jones Industrials was down today, okay? And look, you can take a look at the chart on the Dow. Great in the morning. All of a sudden, as these earnings came out, future forecasts, it just didn't look good. And not to mention oil. Goddamn, oil tanked, folks. And the reason it tanked, I think I alluded to this yesterday, that people need to watch their positions because of all people, Iraq is refusing to cut production as it relates to the OPEC talks. And if Iraq refuses to cut production, a lot of folks within the OPEC cartel are going to refuse to cut production. And as a result, you're going to continue to see a decreased oil price because there's an abundance amount of oil in the market today. And unfortunately, that's what happened, all right? That's literally what happened today, folks. I mean, you got oil tanking, so you've got investors there trying to take their whatever they've got, either profits or losses. They're taking them and they're running. You have dismal earnings going on. You got not too glorious forecasts in the future. So right off the bat, you're seeing all this reflected in the markets today. The damn investors don't know where to do. They don't know where to go. So let's take a look at the Dow. Down 53.76 points today. A percentage decrease of 0.30%, closing out the Dow at 18,169.27 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. We've got the S&P down also 8.17 points, decreasing the S&P 0.38%, closing out the S&P at 2,143.16 points for the S&P 500. We've got the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ composite is also down 26.43 points, a percentage decrease of 0.50%, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,283.40 points for the NASDAQ composite. Now, once again, folks, I tried to give some folks some heads up on some stocks this morning, and I wanted to call the dips and the waves like I usually do every morning on Twitter, but unfortunately, Twitter is being a goddamn freak. I don't care. I'm sick of Twitter. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sorry for bitching and moaning about it, but it pisses me off. I'm telling you, it pisses me off. I'm sick of Twitter, man. I'm sick of them. Sitting over here, I'm shooting pearls here. I'm shooting pearls to people, and you know what? It seems to me that Twitter don't want me to do something like that. I don't know what it is. I guess they think, hey, we're losing money, buddy, all right? Hey, it's not fair that the regular, everyday American person is able to make money while we're losing money. Nah, I'm Jack, all right? I'm Jack from Twitter. I'm not having that, all right? That's what I'm not having that. I have no idea why. I don't really care, folks. I'm sick of Twitter. I'm pretty much out of here after the election as far as I'm concerned because, these people are scumbags, all right? I have no idea why they would prohibit me from, tweeting out some stock information to make some freaking people money, all right? Now, the first one I suggested, folks, all right, was a stock by the name of SA Exploration Holdings, all right, symbol SAEX. Now, this stock in the pre-market, and it was some decent volume, folks. The volume on this stock in the pre-market was about at 60,000 shares traded, which is typically unusual. And in the pre-market, you had a lot of people playing that pre-market play as high as up 50%, plus 50%, all right? Now, unfortunately, when I suggested these stocks, I was not able to partake in tweeting during the day's trading. So, if you take a look at this chart, it reflects the day as the market is concerned. Take a look at that huge wave that happened in the morning there, folks. You could have gotten in anywhere on that wave within the first 10 to 15 minutes, all right? I'm serious, and you could have made serious money. Now, unfortunately, folks, I couldn't call this wave. I couldn't call the dip on this. I couldn't explain what was happening because what I would have said in this instance, when I saw this dip in this particular instance, I would have seen it reflected as the Dow, as the NASDAQ, as the S&P started contracting itself. And once you start seeing, a stock in the pre-market that was up 50+%, all of a sudden start kind of dipping and dipping and dipping. You take a look at the Dow, you take a look at the S&P, you take a look at the NASDAQ. If it's also decreasing, then you know something's afoot. You may want to jump ship, and you may want to hold off a little bit, because look at what happened afterwards.
FiOS is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to FiOS today to get our best offer ever.
Take a look at what happened afterwards, okay? It had a humongous dip, and then you could see these little small choppy waves, folks, because everybody was abandoning ship on these goddamn stocks, on these, their oil positions and everything else that was going down. They were going after anything that had green. I'm talking to investors, and this, it's a low-volume stock. So when you have about 2 or 3 million shares traded in the morning, that's a big deal. And that's why you have such short and choppy waves going on, and it was just completely like stagnant. And then, as you could see, as the day went on, there was less and less investor confidence in the market itself, and it's reflected in this stock right here. Now, one thing I do want to say to people is that old saying, know when to get off, all right? I mean, let me tell you, you see this, I mean, there was an ample opportunity from 9:30 a.m., all right, and that's Eastern time, I would say up until about 9:45 a.m., maybe about 9:40 a.m., for you to get in on this stock and just kind of ride this wave. And then once it started hitting goddamn $11, $11.10, $11.50, you should have got out. I mean, that's why I always tell you, don't get greedy, folks, all right? I mean, if you see it jumping up and you're making 20, 30% on your money, all right? Seriously, I mean, literally, that's 30% on your money, 20% on your money for holding your money for a goddamn, 5 minutes. Don't get greedy. This is where you lose money, is when you get greedy. All right? If you think, look, if you have a hunch that it's going to go up even higher, the thing you should do is sell half of it. You sell half of it, then what happens is that if it happens to start tanking, you actually at least have some profits to buffer any potential losses in profits that you get from the other half. So, I mean, these are all strategies, folks, all right? Anyway, let me continue going, all right? All right, because I did tweet out another one. Another stock was, I think it was, hold on, let me look it up here, because, I mean, I trade all day. I want to see what I suggested here in the morning. I think it was Global Blood Therapeutics. Now, Global Blood Therapeutics, folks, you could have made some serious money on this one in the morning as well. I mean, good Lord. I mean, it's a shame that I wasn't around to tell you guys that, hey, look, everything's going high on these stocks right now because there's where the investors are putting their money. Now, once the stock market started going down as a whole, once you started seeing decreases in the Dow as a whole, the S&P as a whole, and the NASDAQ as a whole today, that should have been an indicator that stated that we're not going to see these huge spikes all day today, and that the investment community is going to go right at any goddamn stock that has any positivity to it, and especially these big investors. I'm talking about these guys that have no problem dropping 20,000, 30,000 shares and then holding it for about 2 or 3 minutes, and if it goes up about 50 cents, they're out. You know what I'm talking about? These big players. When they start coming into a stock, you can see it reflected in the day's chart. A chart tells the story of the day. All right, Global Blood Therapeutics, this is symbol GBT. All right, it was up about 17% in the pre-market with pretty decent volume. So I suggested that everybody take an eyeball on this, and if you would have made some serious goddamn money. I'm not joking, man. You would have made some serious money. Now, look, if you take a look at the beginning of the morning, there was a huge dip right there in the morning. Remember, I always say, don't go in right as the bell rings, all right? Expect the dip. Expect the dip. Even if it does go up initially for a little bit, expect that dip. And then once the dip happens, try to get in there to some capacity and try to ride that wave. Now, if you would have done this, you would have made some serious money probably in 2 different trades. The one in which it takes a humongous flash wave upward from the dip, probably around 10 minutes in to the day's trading. Do you see that right there? Do you see it reflected in the beginning of the chart? Now, if you would have sold off right away because you started seeing that tip of that small wave dipping, that would have been no problem. You would have stayed there, and there would have been about, as you could see in that particular choppy little dip there was probably a good 4 or 5 minutes of stagnation in the damn price, all right? And you could have got in anywhere on there and literally rode that wave up until it started getting stagnant again. You see that wave right there? I'm talking about the new wave that starts happening right around, I would say, 9:45, 9:48. And then all of a sudden, right around 9:59, right before 10 o'clock, we see the day's high at $21.65. So you could have made two different trades right there that could have legitimately made you some serious liquidity. Now, as you can see, we started seeing stagnation in the damn wave chart because the investors found this damn stock, and when the investors find it, they start bringing in volume, and I'm telling you, once there's a lot of volume in a low-volume stock, that's when you start seeing these small little choppy-ass waves, and they eventually go down real slow, they eventually go up real slow, and they make you wait for your profits, Now, and sometimes that's good because, it just depends on how the stock trend is going. It depends on the news. It depends on the actual Dow Jones or the NASDAQ or the S&P's volatility itself. There's a lot of factors going on. But as you can see, folks, those were two serious plays right there. I mean, you could have at least made $500 easy, all right? I'm serious. $500 easy, all right? So anyway, let me continue going, folks. I said a short opportunity was available for Under Armour. Under Armour was tanking in the pre-market. It completely disappointed earnings. If you would have, went in on this, you would have probably made some decent money. Now, on this one, because it had dropped so dramatically in the pre-market, I would have waited at least about 2 to 3 minutes before I put in the short on this, because you knew that you were going to get some bottom feeders in this stock, because this stock is literally not going anywhere, all right? I mean, literally, even though it had a dismal earnings report, all right, I mean, it still has a full year's net revenue of $4.925 billion. I mean, this is a almost $5 billion net revenue company here. I mean, it ain't going nowhere, right? It's just disappointed revenues. It disappointed the investors. So it was going to be a short opportunity for a very small amount of time, and I hope that you took part of it. As you can see right there in the morning, you could have got yourself a easy, I would say an easy buck, easy 90 cents per share short if you would have played this appropriately there in the morning. And then what happened? What the hell happened? You see in every chart that in the same goddamn time, all of a sudden, the investors find these bottom-feeding opportunities and start mooching at them like a goddamn bunch of hyenas. And why? Because that's when we started seeing the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P retracting. So I'm telling you, the charts tell the story. Always remember that the charts tell the story. I mean, take a look at that look at that ridiculous chart there, man. I mean, that just goes to show you, when you see little barely choppy little short waves, I mean, that means that there's just too much volatility, too much volume, not volatility, too much volume for this stock to have any kind of volatility. And you want to get rid of when you start seeing this too much, after about an hour, if you see an hour of this kind of crap on a stock, you need to get out and move on to somewhere else. But unfortunately, there was nowhere else to go today, man. I mean, everywhere. I mean, besides a couple of stocks that ended up popping in the middle of the day. But even then, I mean, these stocks were just stagnant because everybody was following them. I mean, there was just too much red in the market today. The investors were following wherever the damn money is. All right? I'm serious. I mean, I'm not joking around. So anyway, now that I've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the commodities, and then we'll go ahead and move on with the broadcast here, folks. All right? Let's get to commodities, shall we? And listen, we should see some sort of green in the commodities, which we did, but what spooked people in this sector was oil tanking today. And I'm telling you, I knew this was going to happen. That's why I told everybody to watch their positions, man, because of Iraq. Freaking Iraq, of all people, is throwing a wrench in the oil market, at least for the investors. So I don't really know what the hell's going to happen at this point in time. I was going to say yesterday that since Iraq pulled this, even though they're pulling this offensive in Mosul against supposed ISIS, I was going to say this yesterday, but I say too much, man, and I'm already getting approached by freaking DHS and all this crap. I think I see drones over my house. There's choppers now that are – I don't know what the hell's going on out here in San Antonio. But anyway, I was going to say that since Iraq pulled this garbage at OPEC that they weren't going to cut production, I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if ISIS, takes the offensive even harder to Iraq and bogs them down and potentially jeopardizes the legitimacy of their own damn government. And look at what happened today. We're going to talk about that later on. But look at what happened today in Iraq, all right? Anyway, energy is down, folks. It is down $1.22, a percentage decrease of, get this, 2.41% on the day. I mean, good God. Closing out WTI sweet crude at $49.30 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Now, me personally, folks, I have sold at least a good portion of my positions in crude. I did one of those plays where I think that crude is going to bounce back. I mean, there's no way that these oil cartels are going to, the freaking countries that belong to OPEC are going to allow Iraq to get away with this crap, all right? Seriously. I mean, who the hell is Iraq, man? I'm serious. We created Iraq. We created Iraq, and now these guys think that, they're some kind of an autonomous country, and I don't want to talk about it, all right? I mean, I do want to highlight, folks, if you go back in the archive in 2008 and 2009, I was highlighting what Donald Trump is stating today, that we should have taken control of the oil so that within itself could have paid down the debt. And the criticism at the time was, well, Ghost, that's not fair. That's not your oil. That's the Iraqis' oil. Why should they give why should they give you the oil, Ghost? Because we liberated these people. I mean, haven't we forgotten about that? How come Iraq got away with not only all the money we spent on it, but all the freaking soldiers, man, the veterans that are now being screwed by the government that sent them there? I mean, we're just going to write that off? I mean, we're just going to write that off as like, a loss? I mean, absolutely not, man. I mean, even Britannia, even the English paid us back for what we did for them in World War II, folks. Do you understand this? I mean, what this government has allowed Iraq to do is unprecedented. We go out, we flip the bill, we pay the price in blood and treasure to liberate these ungrateful people, and now look at them. We should have taken control of that oil. That oil is ours. It belongs to us. We should have taken control of that damn oil. And we would have told the Iraqis, look, we'll go ahead, we'll give you a small percentage of this oil, but we need for you to pay us back in all the debts and the blood and treasure that we sacrificed liberating you ungrateful pieces of crap, all right? And then once you do that, and once you paid us back, then we'll go ahead and negotiate the transfer of the oil fields to the sovereign government, whoever the hell that was at the time. I mean, but no, that didn't happen. I mean, America just took a loss. Oh, who's looking? I mean, how much did Iraq cost us? Literally, like $2.5 trillion, $3 trillion. Huh? Oh, let's just go ahead and eat that cost and go ahead and look. We're going to talk about this later. We're not even paying for our veterans, let alone giving them health care. Now you've got the Pentagon going after their re-enlistment bonuses from 2008, 2007. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. All right? This is just ridiculous. Anyway, I didn't mean to go off on that soliloquy about oil. But this is what's happening right here. If you're trying to say why are we witnessing 2.41% decreases on the day for WTI sweet crude? That's why. Freaking Iraqi Jehudis out here thinking that they can get uppity, even though we're the ones that liberated these ungrateful people. I mean, it makes me sick, man. I'm sorry. It makes me sick. That's why I'm glad Donald Trump is running, and that's why it is imperative that we do everything within our means and within our power to make sure this man is elected president. By God, we got to make sure, man. Anyway, folks, once again, WTI sweet crude closes out today at $49.30 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. Brent crude oil is also down today, $1.19, a percentage decrease of 2.27% on the day. Oh, man, 2.27% decrease on the day for Brent crude, closing out Brent crude at $50.29 per barrel of Brent crude oil. And lest we forget, folks, I'm still holding on to ETFs when barrels of oil was at like $30 a barrel. So, I mean, that's why I'm selling off half my positions now, taking profits, and waiting and see approach to the next couple of days. All right? So that's my strategy. I'm just suggesting it. You don't have to take it. You can just take your profits and run whatever you have to do. It's your call. I mean, that's what makes capitalism so beautiful, baby. You know, I'm just here as a suggestion. It's up to you. You're the master of your own domain. You know, you take the suggestions, you take the information, you digest it, and then you make the call. That's what makes the capitalist, the man that makes the good decisions, the woman that makes the good decisions. Anyway, we got gasoline down. I mean, hopefully this is reflected in the gas prices that have been going up as of late. It is down 1.58% decrease on the day. Natural gas, Jesus Christ, it is continuing its slide. I mean, what was it down close to 4% yesterday? It is down again today. 2.61% decrease for natural gas on the day. Heating oil is also down, folks. 1.97% decrease on the day. Let's get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! As you can see, folks, you've got some people going into these metals because the uncertainty within the investment community is reflected in what they're investing in today. They don't know what the hell to do. You can tell a lot of these people are holding their cash. I mean, isn't that what I've been suggesting, folks? I mean, the only reason I'm suggesting anyone should go into the market is to gain liquidity through very short-term investment, or if you're a young person and you don't necessarily want to get into the whole day trading, high pattern, whatever, short-term trading type of situation, you want to value invest, well, I would strongly advise you to entertain any kind of value investing in dividend-based stocks. And that'd be the only thing that I would tell people to invest in a value investing capacity. Anyway, we've got gold up today, $10.60, a percentage increase of 0.84% increase on the day for gold, closing out gold at $1,274.30 per troy ounce of gold. We've got silver up also today, 17 cents, a percentage increase of 0.94%, almost a full percent increase on the day for silver, closing out silver at $17.77 per troy ounce of silver. Copper was also up today, 1.96% increase on the day, and platinum, man, nobody's giving a crap about platinum anymore. It is also down modestly, 0.01% decrease on the day for platinum. Now let's get to the grains. Let's get to the agriculture. All right. We've got corn up modestly, 0.29%. Wheat is continuing its gradual increase as it gets closer and closer to the December contract. It is up 0.43%. Oats are finally taking a profit. People are taking profits in oats finally after seeing so many goddamn increases for the past couple of weeks. It'll make your head spin. It is finally down modestly for oats, 0.59% decrease on the day for oats. We got rough rice also down modestly, 0.15%. Soybean had no change today. No change today for soybean. Soybean oil down today, 0.53%, and canola down 0.08% decrease on the day. Let's go ahead and get to the soft, shall we? All right. We got cocoa. That is the base for chocolate, folks. It is up today, 0.42% increase on the day. And good God! Good God! Did you see coffee? Coffee. I wish I would have got in on this play. Coffee is up today, 4.18% increase on the day for coffee. So be expecting, your coffee prices to go up here. I'm telling you this right now. Give me a damn break. We got sugar. Sugar is down today, 1.16%. Finally seeing gradual decreases from that, 6-year high in sugar. We got OJ down today. It is down it is up today. Sorry, my apologies. OJ is up modestly today, 0.39%. Cotton is down 0.41%. Lumber is down modestly at 0.25%. Rubber is down 0.88%. And ethanol is down 0.39%. Now let's get to livestock, shall we? Now, livestock, been seeing some helter-skelter markets in the livestock as of late. Although I do appreciate the reflection of the decrease in cattle futures reflected in the grocery store shopping. I can tell you that right now. Are you kidding me? I have been stocking up on porterhouse steaks. I'm talking T-bone steaks, New York strip steaks. I mean, I'm talking thick-ass 3-inch thick cuts, baby. Oh, I'm not joking around. I've been loading up, man. I mean, it's been dirt cheap beef out here. And, I mean, you just can't beat that, man. I'm not joking around. Anyway, live cattle is down modestly today, 0.34% decrease on the day. Cattle feeder is down 0.32% on the day. And look at what's happening to lean hogs. It's about goddamn time you dumbasses on the CME group read the goddamn report and realized that not only is it National Pork Month, but there's a production problem in the goddamn field of lean hogs, for heaven's sake. Lean hogs is up 3.30% on the day. I mean, good God. What did I tell you, baby? What did I tell you? And not to mention, we're headed right into the freaking holiday season, where anybody with a pale face is, baking a ham, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Come on. Anyway, folks, once again, lean hog up 3.30% increase on the day. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Once again, I am going to try to get this, morning broadcast, pure markets, and it's going to be raw. You're going to hear me in the mornings. You may be even hearing me eat while I'm talking. Like, oh, look at this stock over here. We got a good stock going on. We got a dip going on. I'm serious. I'm not joking around. All right? I mean, it's just pure money. Pure money is what it's going to be about, folks. All right? Pure money. Anyway, before I get into Twitter shout-outs, I want to remind everybody that we do have the Ghostler Youth shirts for sale for a very, very limited time, folks. All right? And if you haven't already checked them out, I mean, they're awesome. And look, before I get into anything else, I hear that there are actually kids that are buying these so that they could wear them to school. I mean, I want to be first to tell you, I would not advise that. And if you do, you're probably going to get some mainstream media attention, which is probably going to give me mainstream media attention, which I don't really want. All right? All right? I mean, this is for the Ghostler youth, all right? All right? This is for the meme wars. This is if you're a soldier to the meme wars, man. 2 weeks. 2 weeks left until the election. 2 weeks. I mean, it's that damn serious, folks. All right? It's that damn serious. The meme wars is calling on you. Ghostler, General Ghostler, who has assumed command in the meme wars, is calling on you. It's calling on you. We got to keep up the memes. We got to go out there and put the memes in the faces of these idiots in real life. We've got to continue to spread the information of the corruption and the criminality of this bureaucratic institution of government. By God, we got to continue to do it. By God, we got to continue to do it because the mainstream media sure ain't doing it, boy. The mainstream media ain't doing it, for Christ's sake. So anyway, folks, if you want a Ghostler Youth shirt, go to my Twitter account right now, Politics Ghost, and click the pinned tweet on my Twitter account. You know that little pinned tweet, the first tweet when you visit the Twitter account? There's where you can get the Ghostler Youth shirts, and they are there for a limited time only. So get them while you can, folks. I'm serious. All right, get them while you can. All right, I think they're available only till November 3rd, and then after November 3rd, that's it. That's it. So go ahead and do what you got to do. Hail Ghostler! Hail Ghostler! Hail Ghostler Youth! Hail Ghostler Youth! Hail Ghostler Youth! Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs, folks, all right? And for you folks that don't know what Twitter shout-outs is, all you've got to do is go to my Twitter account and retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. The tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. True Capitalist Radio Live is the tweet to retweet if you want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast. Do we have any Twitter shout-outs there, engineer? All right. Well, what is it, engineer? All right. Well, the engineer, I don't know. The engineer wants to thank everybody who bought his autograph. He sincerely appreciates it, especially the guy that bought 8 of them. There's actually a guy that bought 8 autographs of the engineer. Do you want to say something to that guy, engineer? All right. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. All right, folks. Let's go ahead and get some Twitter shout-outs. Once again, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. That was actually a pretty good speech, engineer. I mean, you almost inspired me to shed a few tears, for Christ's sake, all right? Anyway, let's continue going, for Christ's sake. Anyway, we got the Teutonic Plague in the house. What's going on to Snow White? How you doing? We got our money in the place. The Green Bio, Engineer Youth shirts. No. No.
FiOS is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to FiOS today to get our best offer ever.
Jesus Christ, man. Didn't we just have a speech about this crap? No. All right? No, absolutely not. Anyway, we got Sergeant Yoda in the house. What's going on to Sergeant Yoda? We've got Give Iommi Cancer again. Are you talking about Tony Iommi? That's horrible, man. That's horrible. Is that because they kicked out Ozzy in Black Sabbath because he was a drunk or something? I mean, come on, man. We've got Deplorable Biff in the house. We got the Green Leader, Norwegian Capitalist in the place. What's going on to Skellington? How you doing to Skellington? We've got the Brony Network in the house. Eberu. What's going on to Eberu? We got Chris Hyde in the house. What's going on? SAPD Ghostbusters. Shut up with that crap, all right? I didn't like how you idiots were making splices about that whole scenario yesterday, all right? Look, I just would like to forget about it. All right? I would just like to forget about it. Anyway, we've got H News student paper. What's going on? We actually got a student paper listening. What's going on to your student paper, man? Let me tell you something. We need journalists out here, and I hope that you're being a fearless investigator going out and unearthing the truth. All right? That's what you need to do as a journalist, is unearth the truth. The truth! That's what you need to unearth as a journalist, all right? Anyway, we got bird chit. All right, that's very funny. We got the Smiler in the house. We got Rodent 1776. How you doing? We got the Wall Street Trucker. What's going on with the Wall Street Trucker? We got Mini Ghost. We got Vet O Spooky Wars. Oh, yeah, that's right. Halloween is right around the corner. You know what? What the hell is going on, man? Halloween is on a crappy Monday. Oh, boo. A Monday? Who the hell could party on a Monday? You know what I mean? A Monday? Come on, man. It's on a crappy-ass Monday, for Christ's sake, man. Anyway, who else do we have here, folks? We're going to continue going. Once again, you want a Twitter shout-out, just retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. It's that simple, that easy, all right? Who the hell else do we got? We got Ghost is Eric Harris. Shut up. Cubs equals Hillary shills. Are you kidding me? Is that a joke? Is that a troll? I mean, are the Cubs all shilling for Hillary? That's a troll. There's no way. Come on. Come on! Beat Ghost with a soda pop. Look, no, don't even go there. Look, I shouldn't even have told you that. You see, every time I get a little personal with you people, you try to throw that crap in my face. You try to throw that crap in my face, and I don't appreciate it one goddamn bit, all right? I don't appreciate it one goddamn bit. Anyway, we got Dirk Diggler in the house. What's going on to Frode Capitalist? We got swatting up 20%. Shut up. All right? Shut up with the crap. Look, I'm warning you, enough of this garbage. I mean, that was a very serious episode that happened, all right? I'm still freaked out at the fact that freaking neighbors over here trying to, I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, we got chips and dip for SAPD. Look, you son of a... Shut up with that crap! Look, enough! All right? Seriously, enough of that garbage. Enough of that garbage. Look, speaking of that, I'm still traumatized by the fact that I couldn't do nothing to that DHS agent, man. I still have nightmares. I want to hurt him. And I couldn't do nothing, man. I couldn't do nothing to that son of a bitch. I wanted to hurt him. Jesus. Give it a mic. I wanted to hurt him. I wanted to hurt him for Christ. Look at this. Ghost gonna get Waco'd. Ghost is gonna... You know what? You son of a... Get out! That's not funny! Ghost is gonna get Waco'd. Shove it up your ass. That's not funny, man. That's sincerely not funny. I'm sorry. That's not funny at all, man. I mean, you don't understand how serious that potential could be to yours truly. I'm not even joking. Oh, my God. But you know what? You little troll terrorist and cyber vermin think it's a big goddamn joke, don't you, huh? You think it's a big goddamn stupid little milky-licking, nipple-clamp-loving, butt-plug-up-the-ass-looking, piggish, power-bottom, football-having, speaker-fingering joke, don't you, boy? Jesus, give it a mic. Jesus Christ, man. What's going on to Veteran Capitalist? How you doing, man? Good to see you. We got Jiggly Ribs. We got Remover of Kebab. What's going on? Jesus Christ. Christ, man. I'm telling you, it makes me sick to my stomach. I can tell you that right goddamn now. I'll tell you that right goddamn now. So anyway, folks, look, I'm only going to take a couple more of these, and then I'm getting the hell out. I'm not. I mean, I can already see where this is going. All right, you want to taint my Taco Tuesday, and I'm not going to let you do it. All right, I'm not going to let you do it. Ghost is a bully. Ghost, bully beat down for Are people getting pissed because of my yesterday's tirade about bullying, for Christ's sake? Okay, look, did everybody get their feelings hurt? Look, let me explain something to you. I mean, I've gotten a lot of people tweeting at me stating, that wasn't right, Ghost, okay? I mean, I got bullied my whole life. I got taken to the hospital for being bullied, and that's not right. Hey, look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you got taken, beaten up. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, what can I tell you? All I'm stating is that we need these types of experiences to humble our ungrateful, self-absorbed, lack of responsibility, pathetic asses. You know what I mean? And because we are taking the component of social interaction and survival to the fittest, we are taking that component out of the sociality of schools. Now what we're doing is we're producing a bunch of pussy-pampered losers. All right? Hey, look, I'm just tired of seeing these weak, pathetic young people. I'm sorry. I'm sick and tired of them. And you know what's really sad is that they think that the louder they cry or the louder they scream articulate little nothings, insignificant, self-absorbed nothings, that somebody is eventually going to give two rats' asses because Mammy did and all the bureaucrats at the school did because they were paid to, because, the illegal alien child care provider that took care of them did, so on and so forth, all right? I mean, I'm serious, man. Look, I'm tired of the weak and pathetic absolute pussification, the absolute pussification of the American male that has been fully implemented in today's country. And as far as I'm concerned, I think everybody needs a good beating. All right? I mean, look, I took a good beating. We've all taken good beatings. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I mean, I think everybody needs a good goddamn beating to humble themselves. Now, I'm not saying this applies to women because women are a little different. Okay, women are a little bit more heartless. I don't know if you've seen women fights or girl fights. I mean, they don't stop. I mean, you're talking about brutality. They don't stop. At least with guys that fight. I don't know if you've seen these guys that fight. Once one of them is knocked out, if there is a bunch of guys around watching the fight and the first one that gets knocked out, all the guys come in and say, all right, look, he's out. Leave him alone. All right, he's gone. You got him. He's out. He's out. You understand? But when women fight, I mean, I never see that happen. I mean, just take a look at World Star Hip Hop, all right? And look, for you folks that are clowning me because I, watch World Star Hip Hop clips, I think that it gives you a realization of our urban brethren instead of the reinterpreted packaged version that Black Lives Matter is trying to pass off as the majority of their movement. But that's all I'm saying, folks, okay? I mean, with men, men have to check each other, man. I mean, men got to put each other in check, and I'm not talking about just going up to somebody and bullying them because you've got nothing else better to do, all right? I'm talking about, when you see some little snot-nosed little brat acting and mouthing off, thinking that he can just do so because mommy lets him get away with it at the house. He needs a good slap, all right? He needs a goddamn slap. And you see, because these kids aren't taking the abuse that they should be taking from their peers, they have this warped sense of self. They have a warped sense of self. And then when you highlight to the youth their faults, and you highlight to them what they're doing wrong and why they're doing wrong, literally, I'm witnessing this firsthand with certain people in the capitalist army. Once you give them their faults and tell them that everybody can see it, man, except you, they're like, no, that's not true. No, I don't act like that. I'm not an attention whore. No. And you see, folks, I mean, this is what I'm sick of. You know what I'm saying? I mean, men at some point, even after a fight, I mean, haven't you noticed that even men, they could fight each other and within like 3 months they're friends again? And you want to know why that is, folks? Because men respect each other when they battle each other. And, you know, for you folks that are so afraid to get into a fight, you know, and, you know, somebody, look, I don't want to single this person out, but, you know, they were really upset at me at the fact that I promoted this whole called, you know, pro-bullying Monday yesterday because they were, you know, sent to the hospital and so on and so forth by their bullies. Look, I mean, I don't know your scenario, I don't know your instance, but how I look at it is this. If you've got a bully, and they're not going to leave you alone, and you've already taken a smack to the face, and you've already taken abuse, and you've already felt it, then why aren't you fighting back? If you're going to get your ass beat anyway, if you're going to take the beating, if you're going to get sent to the hospital, why not go and just make sure that this son of a bitch, even though he may beat your ass that time, he will never, ever go up to you like he's done before and smack you around and think that he's just going to be able to get an easy little mark out of you. Because you see, literally, you know what bullying is, folks? Bullying is this. Bullying is literally a hierarchy of males who pick on each other like a totem pole. And the reason that they pick on each other is because of the other people watching. Because if it was just them, we wouldn't be seeing this type of bullying. But because there's third-party perspective, that's why everybody's got to pick on somebody who is weaker than they. And you see, the thing about men, at some point, men, real men, I'm not talking about these fruity McFaggins that are being produced today in American youth, but real men finally get fed up and say, look, I don't appreciate you talking to me that way. You know what I mean? And the idiot that used to kind of, you know, nonchalantly talk to you, slap you in the back of the head, once you start chesting up, then they're going to be like, oh, well, what's going on? What's your problem? And then, you know, you got to solve the problem. You got to solve the problem physically, man. Look, I mean, I don't understand. I mean, look, I don't mean to single this person out that said, I got sent to the hospital twice. Why? Why did you get sent to the hospital twice, man? I mean, listen. I mean, does that says to me that you either tattletaled, okay? Because this is what I mean. I don't see any bully sending somebody to the hospital just because, okay? It either means that you told the teacher and that person got into trouble, and let me tell you, that's the last thing you want to do, folks, is tell your teacher, tell the principal, tell somebody about your bully, because I'm telling you, you're just going to infuriate that son of a bitch. Because you see, once somebody gets into trouble and they know that you were the person that got them into trouble, you just made your target even that much more hotter and that much more violent, okay? Because I'm going to be honest with you, you know, if that happened to me and somebody tattled on me, for Christ's sake, I mean, I would make sure that that person was in some severe, you know, physical harm, all right? And look, I'm talking like, you know, back in school, all right? You either tattletaled or you, I don't know. I'm serious. I mean, you're just one of those unlucky scenarios where just some son of a bitch was like, hey, look, you're weak. I'm going to pick on you, and I'm going to beat you up until you're in the hospital. I don't know. I don't know. But all I'm saying is, if you're going to get sent to the hospital, I mean, why don't you fight back? You know what I mean? I mean, you're going to get beaten anyway. Why aren't you fighting back? Why don't you make sure you punch this idiot in this eye, poke his eyeball? You know what I mean? Scar him. You know what I mean? I'm a bite him. Do whatever. It doesn't matter. There's no such goddamn thing as a fair fight, for Christ's sake, man. Why would you allow yourself to get your ass beat to be sent to hospital? I don't get it. I don't get it. Poke him in the eye. You're getting your ass kicked, for Christ's sake, man. Good God, man. I just don't get it. I really don't get it, man. I'm sorry. And I'm telling you, telling your teachers is not the thing. And look, I know I told that soda pop story yesterday, and we're already in the second hour, folks. My apologies in the True Capitalist Radio Show. I'm your host, the man they call Ghost. And look, the only reason I said that, folks, because I was scared. I was scared that this guy was, he was one of these idiots that slicked his hair back and he wore a jean jacket or something of that nature, for Christ's sake. And listen, this guy carried a freaking knife. I was afraid this guy was going to stab me. He pulled the knife on me several times. All right, here I am. I'm like 13, 14 years old. This son of a bitch is like 3 years older, shouldn't even be in the same goddamn grade as we are because he's a goddamn idiot. He's there, all right? So look, I'm not a chump. At some point in time, I said, look, I'm not gonna let this guy do this to me. You understand? I'm not gonna let this son of a bitch do this to me. And I knew that he was gonna come up to me again, and I knew that he was gonna come up to me after school, all right? And I knew it. And so because bullies, they're very comfortable just chesting up to you and going up to you because they think that you're not going to do anything to them. And I used that element of surprise to bash his head with a freaking a pillowcase full of goddamn soda pop. You know what I'm saying? And the guy went down like a sack of rocks. His friends were like, "Oh my God, why did you do that? Why did you do it? Oh my God!" And then I ran home. I dumped the goddamn bloody freaking pillowcase in the goddamn some freaking trash can down the street. I went home. I was a little scared. Don't get me wrong. My heart was pumping. I was hyperventilating, and I was a little scared that I may see him the next day at school. And I was prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? I was prepared for that. Next day, that son of a bitch, he had a little freaking humongous knot with a little gash on his head. And he just looked at me mean, but never did a goddamn thing. Never bothered me again. That piece of shit. Excuse my French, I'm sorry. And you see, it was that point on when I realized that the only way that you are going to get respect is if you demand respect. You understand? Is if you demand respect. Anyway, folks, my apologies. I don't want to get off on this goddamn tirade about, about getting bullied and all this other crap. Come on, man, all right? If you're going to get your ass kicked, if you've already taken a punch to the face, if you've already taken a kick to the ass, if you've already taken a shot to the balls, what are you afraid of? All right, even if he beats your ass, if you leave scars on him that he will never forget, he ain't going to want to fight you again. Bullies, they want easy targets. Bullies want people that are going to be easy marks. They don't want any kind of person that's going to be hard to bully. And if you make yourself hard to bully, bullies are going to be like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to mess with this kid. He's not that tough, but he could potentially hit me with something, or, who knows? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Let me tell you, once you kick the person's ass, or even if you don't kick his ass, even if you just make your mark on that bully's never going to mess with you again, man. He's never going to mess with you again. Now, when you go tell your teachers and you tell your all kinds of people, for Christ's sake, I would consider something. I'd say, hey, calm down, all right? Because if you're telling people, you're giving yourself a bigger target on your head. All right? That's all I'm saying. Do not tell on bullies, because then you're going to, and especially if they get into major trouble. All right? I mean, especially if they get into major trouble. Like, let's say you tell on them, they get kicked out of school. Let's say you tell on them, they get into trouble with their families. You just gave them a motive to kick your ass now. I mean, you know what I mean? Now it went from bullying to now I want to kick the living bejesus out of this little twerp. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. All right? I'm just saying. Anyway, look, that's enough of Twitter shout-outs, for Christ's sake. I can see you people are all, a little triggered by, some bully talk, for Christ's sake. Look, toughen up, kids, all right? Nut up and shut up, all right? I know that you're raised by your single mammy, and she didn't tell you how to have your nuts drop and let your nuts hang, but it's time for you to start doing it there, folks, all right? I'm talking to you kids out there that are males that are a bunch of pussy-whip versions of yourselves, all right? It's time to let your nuts hang. It's time to get your damn voices a little deeper out here. It's time for you to go out there and start acting like a goddamn man. You know what I'm saying? Start acting like a goddamn man, for Christ's sake. Sick of these pussy-whip fruit bowls out here, boy. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get on with the broadcast here. Let me go ahead and take a sip of some of this Macallan, aged 15 years. Good stuff. Good stuff, folks. Anyway, let me move on to the broadcast. I want to talk a little bit about how the media here today, I've been reading about 2 or 3, 4 different articles about how Donald Trump supposedly has it wrong about Obamacare. What does he have wrong about Obamacare, for Christ's sake? I can't believe the mainstream media is still trying to fluff up Obamacare. Obama himself admitted that next year that premiums are going to double on top of the increases they have gone up thus far. So if you think that your insurance premiums for your health insurance are expensive now, I mean, Barack Obama just told you that they are going to double next year, all right? I mean, he admitted that in a speech, for Christ's sake. And then in that same speech, he tried to say, don't blame me for the higher premiums. Don't blame me. I mean, what a soulless, disgusting piece of trash this man is, man. How anyone can continue to support this man is beyond me. This man is an unadulterated psychopath. I mean, you know how many people have died because of Obamacare and the incompetence? I mean, why don't you do some YouTube searches and some Facebook searches of people pleading that are dying of cancer, that are bald-headed, that are emaciated, saying, Obamacare's killing me. All I need is this, and they won't do it. I mean, I'm telling you. And folks, I can't believe that no one's upset about this. I mean, the government is literally making you sick. The government is making you sick, and while making you sick, they're charging you for it astronomical amounts of prices. All right? On top of the premium rate hikes that we've seen thus far, I want to repeat that Obama states that they are going to double next year. As a matter of fact, have you read what's going on in Philadelphia out there? Philadelphia, they only got 2 insurers now out there because everybody's abandoned ship out there in the Philadelphia market. 2 health insurance options out there only, and both of them are going up the roof. All right? Both of them are going up the roof. So that's what I'm saying, man. All right? That's what I'm saying.
FiOS is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to FiOS today to get our best offer ever.
Well, Bode is trying to say that supposedly they're trying to go off on Trump's phrasing his words like he thinks Obamacare is a brand of insurance. It technically is a brand of insurance, because if you're using the Obamacare bottom-of-the-barrel insurers, then you're pretty much, that's pretty much a brand within itself, man. Bottom-of-the-barrel Obamacare, that's pretty much the brand itself, all right? I mean, Trump is not naive. He understands what's going on. This is a federal mandate of health insurance. It needs to be repealed, all right? I don't understand why health insurance is even correlated with the person that is the patient. Why do patients need to pay for health insurance? I don't get it. I never understood it. I don't get it. I mean, folks, why aren't we just paying out of pocket? I mean, why aren't we privatizing the medical industry? And let me explain this, folks. I mean, look at the plastic surgery industry. I've said this time and time again. If you've been listening to me for years, you know I've been saying this. Look at the plastic surgery industry, folks. It has been purely private for the past 40, 50 years, 60 years. Purely private. No insurance is paying. Well, maybe now they are because they're trying to get a piece of the market with Obamacare, but prior to Obamacare, there was no insurance for, any kind of cosmetic procedure. And yet, the cosmetic industry has evolved into what it has today because of supply and demand. Supply and demand. Meaning, because women, because people with ugly mugs, because people that don't want to put the fork down, all these people want different procedures. You have had doctors that have had a financial incentive to provide these methods in which you find in cosmetic surgery today so that they can have a financial vested interest in capitalizing on those methods. Now, as you can see, because we've allowed the private market to let itself go in the cosmetic surgery industry, take a look at how we've evolved, man. You know, in the 80s, to get a tit job in the 80s, it was like $50,000. Yeah, $50,000 it was to get a tit job, boob job, to get your breast enhanced. $50,000. You know that you can get a breast job in some markets for as low as like $2,500. $2,500 for some stupid Skankosaurus slut bag to get bigger knockers. And look, that's a serious procedure, folks. It's not like, getting a goddamn knocker job is just, some kind of overnight procedure. I mean, they're cutting you open. I mean, they're extracting flesh. I mean, they're doing major surgery. How come it costs anywhere $25,000 to $3,000 to get a knocker job in some markets, and yet to go in and get arteries unclogged, it costs $120,000 in some markets? Or at least that's what they're billing some of these people that have insurance in today's Obamacare market. Can somebody explain to me what goddamn logic that is? Where's the logic? If you need some tumors extracted from your body, that's another $90,000, $100,000. Huh? Meanwhile, you got Nicki Minaj wannabe broads getting ass injections so that they can have these obnoxious derrieres, for Christ's sake, for about $1,000. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people are getting nose jobs for $2,000, $3,000 a pop. I don't understand the correlation. I don't understand why it's cheaper to get your tits enhanced than it is to get a piece of cancer surgically extracted from your body, or to get some freaking arteries unclogged from your heart, for Christ's sake. I mean, and people are going to say, well, Ghost, you can't do that. There's a lot of people that need that. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of people that need that, meaning there is a huge market for that. There's a huge market for that. So why aren't we applying what we've been seeing in the cosmetic industry, what we've seen in the dentistry industry? Dentistry, folks, I mean, you can get yourself the best-looking grill you've ever had in your life. You just got to pay for it, baby. I mean, take a look at some of these teeth jobs that are getting done by some of these goddamn stars that have disgusting snaggletooth grills. All right, that has nothing to do with health insurance. That had nothing to do with government. That had everything to do with the innovation of the privatization of the dental industry. Take a look at the eye industry, folks. All right? The innovation of the eye industry forced innovators to go beyond contact lenses. And now they have LASIK eye surgery, folks, which actually works. All right? I mean, do you understand? I mean, there are different types of medical devices that are out there that will lower the cost of surgeries. But, folks, there is no financial incentive currently under the Obamacare system, currently under the health insurance system, for practitioners and hospitals to purchase them. Do you know, folks, that there is a beautiful machine that will allow a surgeon to unclog arteries by sticking a couple of rods within your rib cage, so you don't even have to cut open and break open the chest cavity to get to the heart. They've got a device. You put two rods, and literally the surgeon unclogs the artery through looking at it through a kind of drone robotic-esque type of procedure, meaning he is viewing what he is surgically repairing via a camera and is basically utilizing very small instruments that are embedded within the rods that are going into the rib cage to unclog the artery. Literally, you can have yourself a quadruple bypass on Friday and be back to work by Tuesday, and everything will be fine. I mean, this is the kind of technology that we have in today's America. But why aren't these machines in every damn hospital across the country? Because, folks, this machine costs $2.5 million. All right? Or, excuse me, it may even cost more than that. It may cost $25 million. I'm not sure. As a matter of fact, I will tweet out the machine itself after the show. But it's made by GE. I think it's made by GE. It's there. I mean, it's ready to be out there and mass-produced. But because there's not enough demand for this machine, it's not being built. And because there's not demand, there's only a few machines out there. And those that have the machines, well, they're going to cost a hell of a lot more to get the procedure done than your traditional method of cracking your chest cavity open because of the scarcity of those machines. I mean, I'm telling you, folks, there are machines that, can literally do surgery on us without us going through some dramatic, cut open procedure, invasive procedure. But the only reason that they're not out here in every damn medical facility is because it costs too much. Now, why does it cost too much? Why does it cost too much? Because the insurance only pays so much per procedure. And because the doctors are limited based upon how much the insurance will pay per procedure, these prices are capped. So what doctors do, and let me tell you what the scam is for doctors, okay? Doctors, what they do is they want to make sure that you're sick. They want to make sure there's something wrong with you. They want to make sure that you have to get referred to a specialist. Have you heard that one before? And the reason is, folks, is so that they can continuously bill your insurance so that they can make money. And because there's no true oversight of this, and because you are the patient, and most patients just listen to their doctors because, they're, I hate to say, naive and a little ignorant, they just go and do whatever their doctors say, and as a result, you are like a guinea pig going from this doctor to that specialist and get this. And look, all this doctor is doing, the first initial doctor you go to, on top of him billing you or billing your insurance for whatever he does to you there, he gets a referral, a cash referral for every time he refers you to that specialist or this specialist. He gets a commission if he prescribes you a certain drug. Yeah, or some kind of an incentive, you know? So that's why I'm saying, folks, this is what the medical industry is today. It is a scam to make us sick. I have never seen so many people sick in my life. You understand? I've never seen so many people sick in my life. I'm not joking. And you know why, folks? In my personal opinion, I think it's the health insurance industry itself making us sick. I mean, take a look at these medications that they're creating, for heaven's sake, man. It cures one thing, yet onsets about 5 different side effects. I mean, that should be illegal, man. I mean, that's something that the government should get into, and I'm not even one for government. But there should be a law that the pharmaceutical industry cannot make any pharmaceutical that doesn't cure a goddamn thing. I mean, how hard of a law is that? That you can't produce a drug unless it cures something. I'm serious, man. And that's why I am telling you, folks, I don't take any medications. Even at the doctor's, I don't take a goddamn thing. All right? I don't take a damn thing because I don't trust this damn medical system anymore. You know, I would prefer going to a doctor back in the damn 70s and 80s than sit here and try to partake in any kind of practice. Because remember, that's why all doctors call their office, their doctor's office, that's why they call it a practice, folks, because they're practicing on you. They're practicing on you. So you know what that means? Your guess is as good as theirs, all right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, look, I didn't mean to get off on that whole tirade. But, you know, you got Obamacare. It's making everybody sick. People are dying because they're not getting the proper medical care. And, of course, folks, it's hurting the job market because why can't you find any full-time jobs anymore? Because under Obamacare, you as a small business owner or as a business owner in general are mandated to purchase health insurance for your full-time employees. So that's why you can only get a job in today's America that's under 40 hours, because under 40 hours is still considered a part-time employee, folks. All right? Still considered a part-time employee. That's why you don't see full-time jobs. But you see, folks, guess who got Obamacare exemptions? Yeah, I'm talking businesses that don't have to purchase their employees' health care. Everybody who donated to the campaign contribution account to one Barack Obama. Oh, I'm serious. Look that up if you don't believe me. I'm serious. Look that up if you don't believe me. I'm serious, man. Take a look at all the damn companies that literally don't have to purchase any kind of health care for their employees. They got an exemption from Obamacare. Just Google up Obamacare exemption. Companies, Obamacare exemption, and take a look. Huh? And take a look at each and every one of those companies that got an Obamacare exemption donated heavily to the DNC and the Obama the Obama campaign itself. Huh? This is Mr. Yes We Can, huh? This is Mr. Yes We Can. This is Mr. Change here. Remember that? Give me a goddamn break. I'm serious. So enjoy your double of already heightened premiums on your insurance next year. And of course, folks, you know what they're planning on doing? They're already calling for those young people that aren't paying for Obamacare. Because, hey, if you're over 18 and you're not paying for Obamacare, or mommy and daddy don't have you under their coverage, which I think they could do up until you're about, 22, 23, if you don't have anything like that, you are being fined by the IRS, and you don't even know it. You know? Take a look at Obamacare fine. if you don't have insurance ever since the inaction of Obamacare, which was sort of 2012, 2011, if you don't have health insurance, all right, then you are going to be fined each year. Each year. And unfortunately, a lot of these kids don't even know they're being fined. I mean, I think the first year, I think it was a couple of grand. The next year is $5,000. This year is $10,000. So if you haven't been insured for the past few years and, you haven't been audited by the IRS, expect an audit, all right? Expect an audit. I'm not joking around. I mean, Google it if you don't believe me. Google it if you don't believe me, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. Somebody says it ends when the kid turns 26. Jesus Christ, 26 years old? You could stay on mommy and daddy's health insurance until you're 27. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. No wonder we're producing a bunch of freaking man children who can't even tie their own shoes, for Christ's sake. Good God, man. Anyway, folks, let me move on. I mean, and Obama was on Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, what a sellout piece of unadulterated propaganda trash Jimmy Kimmel is. I'll tell you that right now. Seriously, I mean, that man should be trolled off the internet. All right. I mean, seriously, I mean, that man should be trolled off the internet for being such a sellout piece of leftist trash. I'm serious, Kimmel. You are a sellout piece of leftist trash. And we should not forgive anybody, any one of these leftist celebrities that help elect Barack Obama, that are trying to help elect Hillary Clinton. Let me tell you something, folks. If you continue to watch their movies, then you've got nobody but to blame but yourself. I mean, I'm done with Hollywood. I mean, Hollywood is a pedophile playground that needs to be taken down, for Christ's sake. Going to go out there and, be on Jimmy Kimmel like some... I mean, what is this guy doing? Isn't he supposed to be the president, for Christ's sake? The world is going to hell in a handbasket, and this stupid mulatto son of a bitch is going on late-night TV shows. He's spitting on your face. He's spitting in our troops' faces. That's what Obama's doing. He's spitting in our troops' faces. He's spitting on our troops. That son of a bitch. I'm serious, folks. We're sitting here on the brink of World War III, and this asshole is on late-night TV, for Christ's sake. He's spitting on the American people. He's spitting on the troops, for Christ's sake. That son of a bitch. And let me tell you something. The White House press secretary yesterday would not answer the question on whether or not Barack Obama will leave the country if President Donald Trump is elected president. He would not say if he would. And by God, you want to know why Barack Obama would leave the country if Donald Trump is elected president? Because Donald Trump would go straight after this son of a bitch for treason. He'd go right after that mulatto son of a bitch for a prosecution. He'd be prosecuted under President Trump, and God damn it, President Obama knows it. You know it, Obama. You know President Trump will prosecute your ass. Lock him up as well. Lock him up with Hillary Rotten Clinton, that son of a bitch. Yeah, Obama over here. I don't know if I'm going to leave the country. Yeah, you want to know why? Because you're going to be prosecuted, you son of a bitch. You're going to be prosecuted under a President Trump. By God, I can't wait till that happens. I really can't wait till that happens. By God, that would be a great day. A great goddamn day in American history. A great goddamn day in American history, boy. Woo! I can't wait, baby. I can't wait. Oh, my God. Anyway, folks, look, I'm tired of talking about President Obama. He is a treasonous president as far as I'm concerned. Anybody who still thinks that this man is a good person, anybody who still thinks that this man is a good president is literally in a cult frame of mind. Is in a cult frame of mind. I mean, there is no logic basing any of this. I mean, even Donna Brazil, it was unearthed in the Podesta emails, was trashing the Obama economy privately to John Podesta, meanwhile tweeting and championing it publicly, saying that Obama did this great, he did that great. Privately, she's like, look, this is a pretty messed up economy here. This is a pretty messed up economy. It's hard to get a job. People are paying more than half of their goddamn paycheck to rent. It's not very good. And that's what I'm telling you, folks. I mean, this is horrible. I mean, this man has thrown back black people, the whole black community back at least 50 or 60 years. And I said that was going to happen back in 2008 and 2009 if you've been listening to my broadcast that long. I said this was going to happen. I said he was going to throw back the damn black community back about 40 or 50, 60 years, economically, socially, and politically. And let me tell you, I think that the more and more we continue to see Black Lives Matter, and let me tell you, folks, we're seeing dumbass teachers in certain schools across the country that are going to school with Black Lives Matter shirts on. I mean, this is a terrorist organization that is being supported by our White House, by the Democrats. This is a terrorist organization that has repeatedly showed its violence. And you see, this is what I don't understand. I mean, black folks, all right? And not just black folks. I'm talking to black folks. I'm talking to these, trans, binary, LGBT, gay, lesbos. I'm talking to you social justice warriors, you climate changers, and all you people out there that, have nothing to do with your lives other than to go out and spew out sentence fragments about issues that you know nothing about. You are going to force America into a position where they're going to be so tired of your bickering, bitching, moaning, and attempt at utilizing the state to achieve your subtle authoritarian power that there is going to be a horrific rebuke of all the agitation that each and every one of you groups have partaken in. And I'm talking to all you leftist groups. I'm talking to you Black Lives Matter supporters, you freaking agitating LGBT, leftist social justice warrior morons. I'm talking to all you communist, socialist, leftists. You are pushing the country to a point where it is going to be the French Revolution. All right? I'm not kidding around. I'm thinking that if these people continue to go down this direction, that the American people are going to get tired, and we as the people are going to start systematically removing these people from society. And, call that what you will. But I think that has to happen at some point because these social justice warriors, these D. Ray McKessons, these Black Lives Matter, LGBTQ agitators, these people are pushing the country to a point where at some point in time, everything that the moderates within those groups were trying to achieve, like equal rights and no gay bashing and, no discrimination and so on and so forth, those things are going to be thrown backwards in antiquity because of all the agitation that each and every one of these groups has done to this country. And that's why I'm saying, folks, unless Donald Trump is elected president, I strongly believe, and look, even if he is elected president, I think that Black Lives Matter they have operatives ready to go out and start rioting and start looting in the streets. And if that happens, folks, I strongly advise people that are lawful gun carriers just to go out and start dispensing justice accordingly, all right? Because I'm tired of Black Lives Matter and all these people thinking that they can come at us and they can intimidate us, they can shout at us, they can try to, I don't know what the hell they think they can do. But I think that we're reaching a boiling point where the American people know that everybody is against them. The media is against them. Their government is against them. All right? The education system is against them by poisoning their children with this ridiculous nonsense. The college education system is against them. All right? The corporatist system is against them at this point in time. The international bureaucratic institutionalists are against them. The church is against them. I mean, right now, it is the American people versus everybody else. And I'm telling you this right now, it is getting down to a point where it's going to get very serious, and it's going to get very serious quick. And I personally believe that there are more American people that will go out there and literally systematically eliminate the people that have caused the problem to create the situation that America is in. And I'm serious. I think that blacks need to understand that they need to start rebuking Black Lives Matter, because they are going to put a racial focal point on the black community as a whole by default because of all the terrorism that they are conducting under the racial umbrella of black people. And the same thing goes with the LGBTQ community. It is about time for you all, and there are some of you there. I'm not singling out everybody. There are some people that are attempting to rebuke the establishment left of the LGBTQ community, because what they are doing is they are politicizing your situation, which is personal. I mean, it's personal how you want to gratify yourself sexually. There is nothing political about it. They are making it political now so that they can utilize it as an agitation method to assert more authoritarianism. And the more and more authoritarianism that is asserted, like regulating our speech and making certain things hate crimes and so on and so forth, for Christ's sake. All right? I mean, these things are going to come to a boiling point where America is going to start rebuking, if not hating, the majority of these folks, just like you're seeing with Islam today. I mean, you're seeing an immense disdain for Islam, and the reason is because, look, I know some people that are Muslim, and they're not wild Yehudis. They're not Allah snack bars. But you see, folks, you need to look at where they're coming from. They're coming from Dubai. They're coming from rich Arab countries. They're not coming from the countries that are riddled with poverty and squalor and oppression and authoritarianism. And you see, because there's not enough Muslims coming out in unison and rebuking the Allah snack bar attacks, because there's not enough Muslims coming out in unison saying, hey, this doesn't represent Islam, for Christ's sake, because there's not enough Muslims diming out these goddamn Allah snack bar operations, that's why you're starting to see an immense hatred for Islam. And it's a direct byproduct of the fact that you've got so many people in Islam causing so much of a ruckus in people's domestic lands on top of their own land that people are starting to get resentful. They're starting to get a little just completely disheartened and completely hateful. And look, some of that is justified. It is justified because there needs to be a flip side to the coin. If you're going to say, as a social justice warrior, that, oh, you shouldn't be an Islamophobe, not all Muslims are terrorists, well, then why aren't there groups in mass throughout the world? There's over, 1 billion Muslims out there? How come there's not at least 200 million of them in mass saying, look, this is not Islam. We're going to take these people out. We're going to dime these people. We're going to stop terrorism before it happens, so on and so forth. You don't hear it. You don't see it. And as a result, you're seeing a complete disdain for the Muslim religion and any Muslim individuals on top of that. Same thing is going to happen with the black folks, man. And look, I don't want that to happen to the black folks. But because a lot of these black people that are partaking in the Black Lives Matter scenario are not the most educated folks in the United States, this is what makes them susceptible to this auto-determination based upon a skin color with no substance whatsoever. And when you have an auto-determination factor of bravado based on skin color, there is no rational logic backing it up. So what? I mean, what are they doing? They can't talk it out. They can't debate. They go out and they commit violence. They go out and they vandalize. And you see, there are too many black folks that are doing this right now, and I'm calling out the black community. You need to start coming out, and you need to start coming out in unison and saying, look, this Black Lives Matter apparatus, this George Soros-funded operation, has nothing to do with black America. Has nothing to do with black America. Because you see, right now, the way that the media is covering the Black Lives Matter hysteria, the Black Lives Matter riots, the Black Lives Matter burning down of their own neighborhoods, their own businesses, they're covering it as if they have a right to do it. Yeah, that's how the media is covering it. They're covering it as if, oh, Black Lives Matter shot a whole bunch of cops. Well, come on, you know, they meant well. It's because cops shoot them. I mean, they're justifying this crap. The media is a weapon. And let me tell you, we need to hold accountable each and every one of these talking heads, folks. All right? I think that if the election is stolen, the first people we need to go after with pitchforks and freaking torches is freaking the media. I'm talking Chris Cuomo. I'm talking that stupid bull dyke from MSNBC. What the hell's her name? Maddow. I'm talking Anderson Cooper. I'm talking about Andrea Mitchell. I'm talking about all these people. All right? Because these people are utilizing the method of communication of media as a weapon. They're utilizing it as a weapon. And that, my friends, is definitely prosecutable as far as I'm concerned. And if this United States of America is not going to prosecute these treasonous assholes, then by God, the American people are within their ethical, moral, and legal right to dispense justice on these disgusting, lying, slanderous scoundrels themselves, as far as I'm concerned.
FiOS is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to FiOS today to get our best offer ever.
And I'm serious about that, man. I'm telling you, if they steal this election, the first thing that everybody should do is go right to CNN headquarters. All right, go right to MSNBC headquarters and just en masse try to bum rush the buildings. I'm not joking around. I'm not. This is not a joke, because I mean, I'm tired of this media lying to us. They're lying to us. They're outright lying. I mean, this should be illegal, for Christ's sake, man. This should be illegal. I'm serious, man. They're outright lying, and not to mention they're collecting money from the DNC, from the Clinton Foundation, from the Hillary Clinton campaign. These people are paid operatives. How is this legal? Can somebody explain this to me? How is this legal? Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me move on, for Christ's sake, all right? speaking of Hillary, have y'all seen the latest Drudge report? He linked a picture of Hillary Clinton and what looks on the side of her face, some kind of a growth or a gash on the side of her face there. Have y'all seen this? Now, Drudge is asking whether she fell again. I mean, that's an interesting question. I'm questioning whether or not, if that's not a growth because of the fact that she potentially may have a brain tumor, according to all reports. All right? So, I mean, if she allegedly has a brain tumor, it would make sense that all of a sudden she's having like elephant man growths coming out of her cheeks. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you people have seen it. Drudge, I'm telling you, thank God for Drudge. This man, fearless journalist and news aggregator. Really brilliant man. I've been reading Drudge since like '96. All right, when he had his Fox News show. But anyway, let me move on, folks. Once again, did you all see that picture? If you haven't seen the picture, I mean, good God, man. I think I retweeted it. It's like a disgusting growth on her face. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a gash. I mean, it's either a growth or she hit her goddamn cheek because she had another pass-out session, and it's just like a big freaking gash lump, from like all the white blood cells attracting to that particular trauma point, and it's made a big freaking growth on the side of her face. I mean, it's just disgusting, man. If you have not seen it, I strongly advise you to go ahead and view that on Drudge. All right, and I think I have it on my timeline as well on my Twitter account at PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow there. Once again, Hillary Clinton with a picture of a growth or a gash on her face. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on. How is this woman allowed to run for president considering that her health is in jeopardy? I have no idea. Anyway, let me move on to the next subject matter, folks, which is very important. Now, yesterday we talked about how the Pentagon is now forcing certain military members to repay their enlistment bonuses that were offered to them to enlist again in the military in 2007 and 2008. Now, folks, I had never heard of such a thing in my life. I remember these re-enlistment bonuses. I am very close to many people in the military. At the time, this was around the time when the crash was about to happen. So a lot of people were beginning to see the contraction of the economy itself. So when you have military members who are approached by the Pentagon, by the military, stating that, hey, we need you to re-sign. We want you to re-sign. Here, we'll give you $15,000. We'll give you $20,000 re-enlistment bonus. Of course, you've got a lot of these men and women that served our armed forces, use that as an opportunity to not only gain some real fast money, but to potentially serve our country for a longer period of time because of that financial incentive. Now, folks, in 2016, you've got the Pentagon wanting to force these poor people, these poor men and women that served our country valiantly. You've got the Pentagon forcing them to pay back the re-enlistment bonuses that were given to them as a financial incentive to re-enlist in the military in 2007 and 2008. I mean, good God. And, of course, folks, the Pentagon is first rolling out this in California, in cuckold California. You know what I'm saying? So that they can just kind of test it out and see if there's nobody getting uppity or if there's not too many mass protests around this particular issue. But I think that everybody should be up in arms about this issue. Everybody. I mean, we sent these men and women to fight in a battlefield that looks like now, in retrospect, was a complete and utter mistake. And you mean to tell me that we can't pay these people? Not only are we not paying these people what we owe them as far as their benefits are concerned, but we're not even able to help them medically, which is an utter disgrace. It's an utter disgrace. I don't understand why more people aren't pissed about this, man. I mean, this is treason. I mean, this is revolution stuff, man. I mean, forcing our military to repay their re-enlistment bonuses. I mean, folks, they're having to do it. There's nothing they can do about it. And now you've got men and women who had been saving up money so that they can make a life for themselves post-military, depleting their savings, going into debt so that they could pay back this re-enlistment bonus that was supposed to be a financial incentive for them to go out and serve their country valiantly. I mean, what kind of a disgusting, pathetic, corrupt government is this? What kind of a piece of shit America is this? I mean, damn it, what kind of a country is this? What kind of a government is this? God damn it! What kind of a government is this? What kind of a sick, corrupt government are we living in? I mean, seriously, man. I mean, they are forcing our armed forces. They're forcing our armed forces to repay back their re-enlistment bonuses. I never heard of such a thing. I've never heard of such a thing. I mean, I wish I could bitch slap Obama for this. I wish I could give Obama a goddamn bitch slap. How dare this government? How dare this goddamn government? How dare they? I don't know what it's going to take for you people to realize that this government is a corrupt, criminal version of itself. This is pure corruption. This is pure corruption, man. Jesus, give it a moment. I mean, this is pure corruption, man. I could only imagine how a veteran, somebody who served our country, is feeling at this point in time. I can't believe it, man. I'm serious. This is disgusting. This is utterly disgusting. I cannot believe this. And you know what the Pentagon is saying? They're trying to do the bureaucratic old switcheroo. Now the Pentagon is saying, hey, wait a minute. We told Congress about this payback of re-enlistment bonuses 2 years ago. So get off of our military sack. I mean, that's what they said today. I mean, that's what they said. They said that, hey, back off. The Congress knew that we were going to do this 2 years ago. All right. Now Congress is acting like, oh, well, how did this happen? See, folks, that's why I'm saying this whole government is a corrupt piece of crap. I'm serious. It's going to come to a point, and I sincerely hope that there is somebody in the military listening into this broadcast. All right, if this election is stolen, I hope that some general has the balls and the testicular fortitude and the ability to assume command, so that not only can they take control of the government, but arrest most, if not all, of the bureaucrats that are in Washington, D.C. today. I believe that each and every one of these bureaucrats have enough dirt on themselves to where they could all be put on trial and be brought to justice. Because I think that's what it's going to have to take. There is so much corruption, there is so much disgusting criminality that it has to be drained, just as Donald Trump said, we got to drain the damn swamp. So by God, if they steal this election, I hope that there is a general out there. All right? I hope there is a general out there that assumes command and basically just goes into Capitol Hill and starts arresting each and every one of these civilian bureaucrats that have caused the problem that we are currently in today. I'm not joking. I mean, I'd much prefer that to save our country than allow this country to fall in the hands of a bunch of leftist, communist globalists because that's exactly what is happening here right before our very eyes. Everybody in this government, I'm saying at least a good 90% of them in this government are corrupt, criminal globalists. And that's why we have $20 trillion in debt and nothing to show for it. That's why we have a crumbling infrastructure. That's why we have corruption. That's why we have criminality. That's why Hillary Rodham Clinton can get away with the type of nonsense she's been able to get away with. That is why. So that's why I hope, I pray, that if by some chance this damn Hillary Rodham Clinton steals this election, I sincerely hope that there is a general that is in the Pentagon that will assume command and take control of this government and put it in a holding pattern so that the American people can assemble together to reestablish a new civilian government with no corruption, no criminality, and that is truly for the people and by the people. I'm serious, folks. I'm not joking around. We're living in serious times. I mean, it's already been said that, you got Vladimir Putin saying that if we elect Hillary Clinton, that it's war. And look, we are not in the position to be going to war at this point in time. Do you understand that? We are not in the position to be going to war. Our military is depleted. I mean, I just put out a freaking report today on Twitter that our Pentagon is revamping their whole networking system with crap-ass Lenovo, whatever the hell it's called, Chinese-made computers that could potentially have back doors embedded in them, for Christ's sake. I mean, we have airplanes that we're going to airplane graveyards to get parts for. We've got, did you hear about that $2.5 billion destroyer, the naval destroyer that doesn't even work? You understand what I'm saying? I'm not joking around. So that's why I'm saying, folks, all right? I mean, we need everybody to go to the election and need to vote November 8th. If you have early voting, then by God, go and vote early, all right? And make sure that you vote for Donald Trump. Because if we don't, man, I mean, we're in some serious trouble. And as I stated, folks, if Hillary Clinton is elected, I am out of here. I am out. I am out. So that's all I'm saying, man, all right? That's all I'm saying. I mean, this is very serious trouble, all right? Very, very serious trouble. Anyway, folks, let me move on, man. I don't want to, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. If you haven't already done so, please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. You can download every one of my episodes absolutely free that I've ever conducted right there at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right? Now, I'm going to go through these last couple of subjects, then we're going to move on to radio graffiti because I mean that last news report about military people paying back their re-enlistment bonuses makes me sick, man. It sincerely makes me sick. Anyway, did you hear about this Michigan? This Mexican, for Christ's sake. And look, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have people say, oh, you see, you're a racist, Ghost. You're in San Ambonio, and you're seeing a bunch of Mexicans, and the first thing that comes to mind is a Mexican. Anyway, a Michigan township, all right, called Waterford in Oakland, California, in Michigan, has now banned the resettlement of Syrian refugees. Have you seen this? I'm not joking. I mean, it's about time that municipalities and other small communities start binding together since their states aren't doing their job, and of course the feds aren't doing their job. All right? So it's good to see a township out there in Michigan, Waterford, Michigan, going about as a community and standing strong in unison saying, hey, we don't want wild Jehudis in our township. We don't want these wild Jehudis. And I don't blame them, boy. I don't blame them. You know, out here in San Hambonio, these city council members and these guys, this mayor, we got a black woman mayor, which, you know, probably says a lot about why this town is in the situation that it's in. No disrespect to black women, but with all due respect, I have yet to see this woman, you know, go out and do a goddamn thing in relation to progressing this city. And I like to think that I keep up with the damn news for the past several weeks that I've been here. But no, man, I'm telling you this right now. This is another liberal hellhole. The only difference between this liberal hellhole and Austin is that out here in San Hambonio, everybody's pretty stupid. I mean, there's a lot of stupid people out here in San Hambonio. And look, I'm not trying to make fun of them. I think that the public education system in this town has failed them. I think that the bureaucratic municipal system in which they dispense tax dollars has failed them. And it's pretty sad. And you see, I can tell just based upon how this city is constructed that the bureaucrats, this is a bureaucratic city. You know, the only people that got the money in this town are the people that are, you know, been well established, the old money. You know what I'm saying? The old money. And then you've got these bureaucrats that, you know, basically come into power out here in San Hambonio, and they basically are pawns to the old money in this town to prohibit any new money or new wealth from generating out here. It's no wonder why everybody's so poor in San Hambonio. I mean, it makes perfect sense, man. Whenever you have government involved with anything, that's when it all goes to crap. You know what I mean? That's when it all goes to crap. Anyway, once again, Michigan Township, Waterford. No wild Jehudis, no Syrian refugees in Waterford, Michigan. I want to say props to the people in Waterford, Michigan, all right? Now, let's get to ISIS in Iraq really fast. Folks, ISIS has now expanded its control in Iraq. I mean, wasn't the Iraqi government taking control of Mosul, supposedly? Huh? And now all of a sudden, ISIS is expanding its control? How is ISIS expanding its control when supposedly the American military is out there supposedly fighting ISIS? Folks, if you don't know that ISIS is being controlled by our government, and not only being controlled, but was created by our government, by the CIA, in conjunction with other factions like NATO, and I mean, Saudi Arabia. I mean, I can go on and on. You all have to know this by now. You all have to know, and I know that you people want to sit here and continue to deny it, but why does ISIS continue to evade Russia, Turkey, the Iraqi army, our supposed military, the rebels in Libya, I mean, Bashar al-Assad's forces? How are ISIS, a supposed rogue faction of Islamic extremists, how are they able to evade all this and continue to still be successful? I'm telling you, folks, this is because our government is aiding, abetting, training, and arming these people. They're arming these people. And if you don't believe me, I mean, General Michael T. Flynn has openly said that was the case. All right? General Michael T. Flynn, which is now an advisor to Donald Trump. He was the former head of the DIA, which is the CIA of the Pentagon. It is the Defense Intelligence Agency. All right? He was the head of the Defense Intelligence Agency, and he said, and you can look up the Al Jazeera interview in which he said it, that Obama made a intentional decision to arm, train, and fund ISIS. And if General Michael T. Flynn is saying it, all you idiots that are saying, tinfoil hat ghost, he was privy to the information. He knows the intelligence briefings. He knows what transpired in the Middle East. It was his job to do so. And even Michael T. Flynn, a general, has stated that it was Obama's he knowingly decided. He made his own decision to arm, fund, and train ISIS. As a matter of fact, folks, haven't you read the WikiLeaks emails? I mean, George Soros was even a little concerned about all these wild Yehudis. I mean, there was an email in which George Soros was claiming that Obama was trying to rabble-rouse Islamic extremism to pass TPP. I mean, so that's why I'm saying, folks, everybody knows except the goddamn stupid American people. Everybody knows that ISIS was a creation of the United States government, of the United States CIA, of Obama, except for the dumbass American people. What? I mean, it's almost comical if it wasn't so goddamn tragic. I'm serious. It would be comical if it wasn't so goddamn tragic, for Christ's sake. So that's why I'm telling you, folks, I mean, you people that are out here trying to claim that everything that I'm saying is a tinfoil hat, this and that, you keep trolling that. But as these emails come out, it validates everything that I've ever been saying. Everything. Everything! Because I'm telling you, folks, maybe I'm psychic, maybe I'm lucky, maybe I'm Punxsutawney Phil, or maybe I'm a part of all this. Whatever it is, I knew it. I told you so. The prognosticator strikes again. So that's all there is to it, all right? Anyway, last but not least, folks, while the United States military depletes itself, cuts itself down, doesn't build itself up in armory and military and other such vehicles, while the United States military is paying for sex change operations and AIDS drugs for our military, and they are, folks, believe it or not. I had the unfortunate incident of viewing a Facebook, one of these viral Facebook posts of some black gay soldier. And this guy was in full fatigues driving, saying, I just found out I was HIV positive, so now I got to go to base, and they got to put me on the medication, and once they put me on the medication, I should be fine, and I'm not joking around. While we're doing that as a military, freaking Vladimir Putin and the Ruskies just unleashed their newest nuclear weapon called the Satan II. Yeah, the Satan II was just unveiled, their newest nuclear weapon by the Ruskies, by Vladimir Putin. Oh, that sounds charming, doesn't it, huh? The Satan II.
FiOS is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to FiOS today to get our best offer ever.
Folks, this nuclear weapon is so powerful that the Russians claim that it could nuke the entire country of France. Yeah. It can nuke the entire country of France. Yeah, so meanwhile, we're over here paying for sex change operations for our new Purdy army, and you've got Vladimir Putin over here not only training his Ruskies, not only mobilizing his people in 40 million people nuclear exercises. No, this son of a bitch brings out his brand new nuclear weapon called the Satan II that can take out the entire country of France. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you If you don't understand how close we are to nuclear war at this point in time, I think that you people need to take your heads out of your clogged up asses, all right? I'm serious. You need to take your heads out of your clogged up asses and realize what's going on here, all right? We are that close to nuclear war. I mean, the Satan II? The Satan II, for Christ's sake? But no, we're not going to nuclear war, Ghost. You're just tinfoil hatting. Why in the hell would the Ruskies release the Satan II, you idiot? Jesus Christ. Anyway, last but not least, I'm going to go off on a tirade here on the NFL. Folks, the NFL ratings are dropping like flies, folks. All right, I mean, they're at a 5-year low, which is literally shaking the balls of every owner of an NFL team because they don't know what the hell to do. And I personally believe it has everything to do with the Colin Kaepernick kneeling situation and how there was no type of recourse to Colin Kaepernick. I'm not saying, hey, he wants to kneel down, that's fine. But the NFL is a private organization, and they have the ability to fine this son of a bitch $100,000+ every time he kneels down for the national anthem. All right? I mean, they have the ability to do that, and Roger Goodell, the commissioner to the NFL, doesn't do it. And in my personal opinion, I think that was the catalyst that basically pissed everybody off that was once an NFL fan. And the reason I say that is because of this. I say that because this election is so polarizing that once Goodell didn't do anything to Colin Kaepernick, that literally turned off what would be otherwise fanatical NFL fans. It literally slapped them into reality. And I think that NFL fans that are now fanatical about this election are starting to realize how silly NFL football really is. You know what I'm saying? And when I mean silly, I'm not saying that it can't be fun to watch occasionally, but it is not the sport that it paints itself out to be, for Christ's sake. I mean, on top of which they pussified the sport down too much that I don't even think it's even attractive to watch anymore. You can't have an end zone celebration anymore. They're forcing these assholes to wear pink, I mean, give me a break. And I know people are like, oh, that's for breast cancer, Ghost. That's for breast cancer. That's for cancer. That's the feminized football. Anyway, folks, regardless, I think that sports in general at this point in time are starting to wear out their welcome. Because at this point in time, I think that we are at the end of sports, at least the current sports that we're in. I'm talking American sports. I'm talking football. I'm talking basketball. I'm talking baseball. I mean, if you've watched one of these games, you've watched them all. I mean, never will we ever see, Dr. J, Julius Erving. Never will we see, Magic Johnson. Never will we see another Michael Jordan. Because all those talents that these people possessed, all the innovations that they conducted to create the evolution of the sport, I think that it's tapped out. I don't know how much more innovative you can be in these sports. I think they are completely tapped out, and I think that the election kind of woke sports fans a little bit and say, whoa, wait a minute. Why am I so fanatical about this sport? These people are a bunch of overpaid pieces of trash that literally are ungrateful that they were able to get out of whatever freaking pissing ground ghetto they came from and able to make millions of dollars playing a game that's based around a ball. I mean, why am I doing this? Why am I wasting my time? Why am I giving these people my attention? You've seen one game at this point in time, you've seen them all. Seriously, I mean, I think that sports has worn out its welcome, and I want to thank Colin Kaepernick, all right? I want to thank Colin Kaepernick for this, because I think that he slapped, at least in NFL, because, look, the NFL's demographic is mostly white, you know what I mean? And because a lot of white folks tend to be a little patriotic, once Colin Kaepernick did his, rendition of the 70s Black Power, even though he's a freaking half-white mulatto that was adopted by a upper-middle-class family in suburban America, he thinks he's Mr. Black Power now, and I think that rubbed everybody in the NFL the wrong way. Now, unfortunately, in the NBA, you've got a lot of urban demographic that watch the NBA. And look, I'm not trying to say anything bad about the urban demographic, but they tend to be rather habitual in relation to simplicity. Now, let me explain this, because I know you're probably going to have a lot of black folks that are like, hey, man, that's racist, baby. Look, I mean, how many more times can you see a slam dunk? How many more times can you see, oh, look, behind the back pass, oh! How many more times can you see, oh, man, oh, he broke his ankles, oh! I mean, how many times can you see that, man? And not to mention, and look, I'm being socially critical here. I'm not racist, all right? I'm being socially critical. I'm practicing my freedom of speech while I still have it. Why is it, folks? And look, I kind of envy black folks for this, because they're the only group of people, and they're documented. You could go watch. I tell you, go watch World Star Hip Hop videos, okay? All right, go watch World Star Hip Hop videos. Literally, I can't understand how black folks can literally just find humor and gratification and happiness in just busting out in random dance on the most simplistic song beats that hip-hop's been able to fart out for the past couple of years. Have y'all seen this, folks? I mean, look, black folks, this is not a stereotype. Y'all are putting it out on video. I'm serious, man. I mean, you watch World Star Hip Hop, a compilation of those videos. There's like at least a good 10 videos of like mounds of black people in like a park or in front of an apartment complex or in the ghetto doing a dance. I'm serious. They're all doing a hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho, hey, do it for the band, do it for the band, do it for the band. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm serious. I'm not joking. Never, I'm going to be honest with you, never in my lifetime have I ever been inspired because I was bored to break down and dance and be like, yeah, shake that ass, baby, shake that ass, ho, ho, shake that ass. I've never done that, and nor if I did that, will that make me happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious, man. I'm just saying. So the reason I bring that up about how black people go into random dance and I mean, it's all over World Star Hip Hop, all right? You take that particular mental capacity into consideration, and you see that why they love NBA so much. As a matter of fact, the NBA and basketball is also a big component in World Star Hip Hop videos too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. I can't see a World Star Hip Hop compilation video without seeing everything that I just said. All right, without seeing everything that I just said, for Christ's sake. All right. I mean, it's somebody's like dribbling and does the whole break the ankles dance. I mean, how many times do you all have to see that? How many times do you all have to do the same dance? How many times do you all have to do the same dunk? It's the same crap. So anyway, my particular opinion is that we're seeing the end of basketball, football, and baseball. And look, people are like, oh, Ghost, come on, I like baseball. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe you like watching it, but not enough of you Americans are playing it. I hate hearing, baseball is American as apple pie. Meanwhile, half the goddamn people that are playing on the field are from freaking Dominica or Cuba. You know what I mean? Or Puerto Rican or something. I'm not joking. I'm just saying, man. I mean, wake up. Baseball is American as apple pie. Meanwhile, you've got, I'm just saying, man. I'm just highlighting these anomalies. That's all. I just make observations and I highlight them. That's all I do. Anyway, folks, Jesus Christ. Let me go ahead and move on here, all right? And let's go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, all right? And I'm talking about Radio Graffiti. That's right, folks. Radio Graffiti, a part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do is give me a call right now at 425-390-6146. And when I call on your area code when I call on your area code, you got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call it Radio Graffiti, all right? Anyway, folks, before we get started, I want to remind everybody that the Ghostler Youth shirts are in full effect, baby, all right? They're in full effect, and if you want to get yourself a Ghostler Youth shirt, they're only around for a limited time. After November 3rd, that you can't get them anymore. That's it. All right? November 3rd, that's it, baby. So go to my Twitter account right now, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, and click on the pinned tweet at the top of my Twitter account, baby, all right? It's as simple as that. The pinned tweet on top of my Twitter account so you can get yourself Ghostler Youth. I mean, if you are a part of the meme wars, this is a must-have for you. You understand what I'm saying? And, of course, folks, if you are a part of the inner circle, go ahead and private message me, all right? Direct message me. I will give you the inner circle discount. There's always an inner circle discount, baby. That's the perks about being a part of the inner circle, baby. Woo! Anyway, once again, go to my Twitter account, Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name. And click the pinned tweet, all right? It's right up at the top there, baby, the pinned tweet that says, get your Ghostler Youth shirts, all right? And not to mention, we got a long sleeve shirt there. We got a mug. We got a sticker going on. So, if you are truly a part of the Ghostler Youth and you want to show your pride of the True Capitalist Radio Show, well, by God, go ahead and hook it up right now. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and give some Twitter shout-outs to anybody who's retweeting the pinned tweet right now on the Twitter account. I'm not joking around, all right? Let's do that before we get to Radio Graffiti. We got about 5 minutes here, all right? I will give a shout-out to whoever retweets the first tweet, or the pinned tweet, the Ghostler Youth pinned tweet. You retweet that, Pete. Retweet that tweet. I will give you a shout-out live right here on the broadcast right now. Let's go ahead and do that right now. We got Crusades for Arabia. What's going on? We got Veto Spooky Wars. What's going on? Adopt a Cult. We got Tyler Hayden in the house. We got Anarcho-Capitalism. Once again, folks, if you want a Twitter shout-out right now before Radio Graffiti, all you've got to do is retweet the pinned tweet on my Twitter account. It's as simple as that. All right? It's as simple as that, for heaven's sake. All right, who else do we got here? Man, we got a lot of people that want some retweets. A lot of people want some Twitter shout-outs up in here, huh? Jesus Christ, who we got here? We got Hillary for Ohio. Hillary for Ohio. Shove it up your ass. Jesus Christ, we got Mario as a pimp. Okay, great. We got the Green Bio, the Teutonic Plague. We got Notorious Keck in the place. We got What's Our Homework? All right, what's going on? Who else do we have here? We got Trenchcoat Mafia, Adoring Fan, Texas Chip Police. Shut up, you idiot. Fed Up with Ghost. Yeah, if you're fed up with Ghost, then get out of here. Get out. We got Shellbaloo the Sick Broad, whatever the hell that means. We got 727 Caller. We got, who else we got? We got Ghost Panda Prison. Real funny, for Christ's sake. The Lispy Call Center Guy. We got Ward 24. We got Jay Slott in the place. We got the Brony Network. Captain Howdy in the house. Slumlord Ghost. Just shove it up your ass. We got the MySpace Mexican. We got the All-Star in the house. All right, one more time. I'm going to give a couple of more Twitter shout-outs. And then we're going to go ahead and go with Radio Graffiti for the last 30 minutes of a Taco Tuesday. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here? We got SAPD makes Ghost great. Shut up, you stupid moron. We got Disco Waffle. What's going on? We got, I'm not going to say that disgusting name for Christ's sake. Ding Dong Ghost. What the hell does that mean? Jesus Christ. We got clothes in the house. Who else do we have here? We got, I'm not going to say that disgusting name for Christ. You people are getting sick, man. Swatting Fruit Fly Ghost. Shut up, you stupid moron. Wrong way drunk driving LOL. How the hell is that funny, man? That's not even funny. Bye Ghostisha? Huh? I mean, I can't believe you people are finding that as a meme. You know how old that stupid movie is? My Felicia. Man, that movie was made like 95, for heaven's sake, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, you people are late. Anyway, who else do we got here? We got Jizzmaster 3000. We got Trump and Capitalist, Lego Fan 421 in the place. Who else do we got here? Once again, I'm going to do one more round, and then I'm going to move on. All right, then I'm moving on. We've got hey, there's Blood Fart. What's going on to Blood Fart? We got Pentagon 1 Vet 0. Oh, you son of a bitch! Pentagon 1 Vet 0. That's it. You just ruined it, asshole. You just freaking ruined it. All right, you know what? Let's just get this whole crap over with, for Christ's sake. Give me the mic. Let's just go ahead and get this crap over with, shall we? All right? Jesus Christ. Do we got any goddamn freaking Radio Graffiti callers, engineer? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti right now. All right. Who do we got here? We got Anonymous Radio Graffiti. You got Disco Waffle Radio Graffiti.
I play Undertale. I played Undertale. The game interests me, man. I watch anime. I play Undertale. And about this mentally ill, if you're unable to find a partner thing, I have a girlfriend. I have Asperger's, and I have a goddamn girlfriend.
I mean, come on, man. Why are y'all player hating on Plague? Why are y'all player hating on Plague, for Christ's sake? Anonymous Radio Graffiti. We got Scarlet Moon Radio Graffiti. My wife.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
My wife.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
My wife.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
My wife.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
My wife.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
All right. Well, what the hell is that? I mean, shut up. Shut up. Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hello, Alvin.
Well, you took too long, you stupid fruit bowl, all right? Next time, take your goddamn thumb out your ass quicker there, you fruity-ass little fruit bowl gay bastard. Who do we got? We got 919 Radio Graffiti. It's your fault! It's your goddamn fault! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! What the hell is that? Oh, Christ, no! Freeze! Hands in the air! Get away! Get away! I'm armed! Get away! I'm armed! I'm armed, for Christ's sake! I'm telling you this right now. I'm not being taken out alive.
All right, the safe word is police brutality.
A few moments later.
What the hell was that, you son of a bitch? God damn, what the hell was that? What the hell kind of splice was that? I'm tired of you people making fun of that game. day, man. That was a very serious day for me. I mean, I have my goddamn neighbor over here calling the cops on me. That's not something to be, that's not funny, man. I'm serious, that's not funny. That's not goddamn funny. Give me the mic. Give me the goddamn mic, you son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. We got anonymous radio graffiti.
Spit those and refer to us as bitches. You pull the sexy shit with me, and you might need some fucking stitches.
I've seen your fucking bigoted imitations making fun about Chinese.
All right, we get it. That's such a stupid, dumbass troll. I don't even understand why you keep doing this. It's not even funny. 609 Radio Graffiti.
Stormy Sweet Radio Graffiti.
A hog was in the road ahead.
That you can't just go and pig out and think that you're going to get away with it. Pigs get slaughtered, baby.
A pig's instinct is to charge.
So the best thing for you to do is
having dispatched the pig, we need to clean it down in the creek before I learn for the first time how to butcher it in the wild.
Man, you people are making me sick with these goddamn splices, man. I'm serious, man. Look, you people are really pissing me off. I mean, give me my drink. Give me my goddamn drink! Give me my drink! Jesus Christ, man. I can see where y'all are. I see what y'all are doing. You're trying to ruin my Taco Tuesday, aren't you? Huh? Yeah, you're trying to taint my Taco Tuesday, you sorry sacks of crap. 347 Radio Graffiti. No, let's not. No, bazinga. Let's not do that. All right. I mean, as a matter of fact, Sheldon Cooper is exactly what I'm talking about. Some pussy whip little fruit bowl that was sheltered and was given everything that he ever wanted by mommy or somebody else, and that stupid character is exactly what I'm talking about. Some little, self-centered, self-absorbed, lack of responsibility piece of garbage. I'm serious, man. I hate that Sheldon Cooper character, man. If I would have if that person was in my social setting, I would have to give him a slap. I'm serious. I would have to straight up give him a slap, and if he goes, "Oh my God, why did you do that?" and I'd slap him again until he shut his stupid little fruit bowl mouth. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
I met Ghost and the engineer at a Trump rally a while ago. I went with my girlfriend. When we approached them, Ghost looked at me and my girlfriend and said,
"The fuck you doing with this stupid cunt? Get with this dick or get raped, you whore."
I was completely shocked and didn't know if he was joking. So I stood in silence, not sure of what to say. Then he looked at the engineer and said,
"Hey, engineer, I found another goofball for us."
The engineer cheered.
Yeah, engineer, this one looks like a complete dickhead. His girlfriend's pretty banging, though. I'd fuck her asshole. We should fill his girlfriend's ass with goofballs so she'd know how much of a goofball she is. Right at that moment.
And listen to how intense this idiot is actually reading this disgusting bunch of garbage. I mean, you can tell that this moron has thought about this, has dreamt about this, for Christ's sake. Oh, my God, what a fruity ass. I mean, but you see, folks, this is what I'm talking about out here. This is what I'm talking about. Take about 10 steps away from my freaking butt crack with that talk.
FiOS is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to FiOS today to get our best offer ever. FiOS is not cable. We're wired differently, which means you can get the fastest internet available with equal upload and download speeds from 50 to 500 megs. So you can upload 200 photos before your favorite song is finished. Click the ad and switch to FiOS today to get our best offer ever.
Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, man. sicko perverts, man. Just sick-ass perverts. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Are you idiots swatting me, goddammit? Leave me alone! Just leave me alone!
And nothing of value was lost.
God damn it. That's not funny! That's not funny! Look, I'm warning you, sorry sacks of useless crap. You do another SWAT splice, another SWAT remix, or any of that crap, I am out of here. I am out. I don't need to be putting up with this garbage, man. I'm telling you, I'm not joking around. I'm going to start doing this. You start pissing me off, I'm out of here. You start pissing me off, I'm getting out of here. I don't need to be doing this goddamn show. I don't need to be doing this crap. Give me the damn mic. Give me the mic. Look, I'm serious, man. That was a very serious day last Friday, all right? I don't need for you people to make it a big freaking joke. It's not a joke. It was serious business. Man, I'm telling. I don't know how much more I could take from you, sorry sacks of crap. I don't know how much more I could take of this crap, man. I mean, you people are trying to ruin my damn Taco Tuesday. You're trying to take my Taco Tuesday. And I really don't appreciate it one bit, goddammit. I really don't appreciate it. I'm only going to take a couple more callers. I'm telling you, you keep this up. You keep this up, boy. And see what happens. You see what the goddamn hell happens. Anonymous Radio Goddamn Graffiti.
Good morning. My name's Bond. James Bond.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play this vibrator. What kind of freaky ass crap is that, man? What kind of freaky ass subtle brainwashing, brainwave inducing crap is that there, boy? We got the Teutonic Plague Radio Graffiti.
Vote Trump. Vote Trump. Vote Trump. Vote Trump. Vote Trump.
Yeah, I hear you on that one there, Teutonic. No kidding. Vote Trump. Vote Trump. Hell yeah, vote Trump. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
決まり事はちゃんと守らないとね。結構曲がり角になってる。誰？変なとこ触らないでよ。あ、ごめん。どこ触ってた？お尻。どこでもいいじゃんもう。そこ？お尻。え？Goddamn anime cartoon fetish bunch of garbage. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
You getting swatted just proves that the engineer should take over. Engineer for a host.
Yeah, Shut up, all right, you idiot. All right, nobody asked you. All right, asshole? Nobody asked you. 610 Radio Graffiti. Yeah, Helen Keller deaf mute, for heaven's sake. 831 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. I just kind of wanted to speak to a little bit what you were talking about yesterday as far as psychotropic drugs and male suicide. It's very starkly paralleled with the feminist liberalism that's being pushed in the public education system. They're both effective parts of the war on masculinity in Western culture, you could argue. Just the psychotropic drugs for young children going through school, as well as the feminist liberalism keeping like young boys responsible for domestic violence and all that crap with like the My Strength movement. So yeah, it was interesting you bringing that up. I just wanted to talk a little bit to that. So yeah, thanks.
Hey, no, that's actually very interesting points, and I'm glad that someone like yourself that sounds like a young man understands what's going on here. I personally believe that this suicide epidemic that we're having with young people is directly correlated with psychotropic drugs, all right? I mean, you know, psychotropic drugs are really messing with the brains of these young people, and I think they need to be completely eliminated, man. They need to be completely eliminated. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
I'm G, and I'm boycotting Ghost.
But then just as quickly, you came out of nowhere kissing Ghost's ass to get back in the inner circle.
Okay, that one got me a little bit. All right, that's enough. Anyway, how about Anonymous Radio Graffiti? Yeah, Jesus Christ, another Helen Keller deaf mute, for Christ's sake. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Crazy Radio Graffiti. Oh, yeah. Nut Shack. It's the Nut Shack. It's the Nut Shack. It's the Nut Shack. Yeah, it's the Nut Shack. All right, we get it. I mean, Jesus Christ, the Nut Shack, we get it. 805 Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, man, more Helen Keller deaf mutes, for Christ's sake. 210 Radio Graffiti.
What is your opinion of basic income?
What do you mean? What do you mean basic income? What do you mean by that?
It's like this socialist thing that no matter if you're a citizen, you would be paid no matter what you do or don't do. It's getting a little too...
well, I can tell you right now, I am completely against it, all right? I am completely against basic income. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's the beautiful part about capitalism, you know? You get what you put in. I don't think anybody that is doing nothing but turning perfectly good food into crap, and that's their only contribution to this earth, should be paid to do anything. You know what I mean? But you see, this liberal idea of, oh, well, if you just give them a little bit of welfare, if you just give them a little bit of food stamps, it'll give them a leg up. It'll help them move up forward. Hey, assholes! We've got whole crops of people that have been accepting welfare and food cards and free housing and free child care for the past 8 years, and they have stayed stagnant in that same subterranean government entitled shitbag that they call a neighborhood. So that whole idea, that whole liberal idea that all you got to do is just give them a little bit of a break. You know, all you got to do is just give them a little bit of a break. Yeah, that whole idea has been proven invalid in the past 8 years. All right? As my family used to say, somebody in my family used to say, don't feed the stray animals, boy, because they breed. Because they breed, boy. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake? We got Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Forget about.
Hey, Jesus Christ. Just shut that down, for Christ's sake, man. You're freaking blowing everybody's ears out, you sorry sack of crap. Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. got ourselves a penist up in here. What's going on to the penist? How about 323 Radio Graffiti? All right, whatever the hell that was supposed to be. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti? No more Nut Shack, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ, you people are stupid. 347 Radio Graffiti.
We have so many adversaries overseas, and we all agree to be frenemies. I would work with our allies in the Middle East. That's the only way we're going to keep the peace. Okay. So sad. It's a catastrophe. So big. And everyone achieve the American dream, but should they sign up for my Ponzi scheme? We are going to go where the money is. All right. We are going to go where small business is. Our jobs are being sucked out of our economy. Right now, our country is dying. Big three. What you do on the show? We've got to do more. Tell us what we need to know. We need to get the drug lords. Do what we've been through before. You get shot walking through the store.
Somebody's doing some freaking remixing of old Donald Trump there. Good God, what's going on to Karaskin? How you doing, Karaskin? Radio Graffiti.
Happy Taco Tuesday.
Hey, happy Taco Tuesday, Karaskin. How you doing, man?
You gotta get swifty. Yeah.
All right. Obviously, Karaskin has gotten some wacky tobacco. We got 619 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, what's up, Ghost? I'm declaring all-out war with Teutonic Plague.
All-out war with Teutonic Plague? Why? What's up?
He decides to, talk shit about your dog. I try to defend your dog against Teutonic Plague, and he suddenly blocks me for no fucking reason. He can't think of he gets so butthurt. It's just funny.
Oh, man, here, you want me to put him on the horn here? I think he's on the horn. You want to talk to him?
I mean, if he wants to fight, then we'll fight over a fucking bone.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about fighting there, man. I don't know. Calm down, all right? Calm down here. No reason to fight. I think, as a matter of fact, there he is right there. Hey, Teutonic, what's going on here? What's up with you and Ashhole?
Well, Ashhole decided to talk garbage to me, and I decided not to take it because it was not required that I do so. So I blocked him because I don't have to take his or anybody else's shit. You want to talk trash about me? Fine. Just don't expect me to lie there and take it, boy.
Oh, man. Ashhole, what do you got to say to that, man?
Well, he was talking shit about dogs. He was basically saying that if he was you and Templeton bit him, he would cut his throat out and all
Any dog of mine turns on me, I'll cut his neck. You don't bite the hand that feeds you, man. Or did your single dirty dish rag whore mother not teach you that? You stupid Mexican.
Same fucking.
Whoa, okay, let's calm down here. I didn't mean for this to escalate in this capacity here. I don't know what to say. I mean, Teutonic, what's going on, man? I mean, what is he saying? I'm not familiar or privy to what's going on. What's going on?
Well, apparently, Ashhole, yes, I said that. I will admit to saying that because you don't bite the hand that feeds you. Any dog that turns on you needs to be dealt with, in a fatal manner. It needs to be killed, in my opinion. I mean, I got nothing against your dog. I mean, that's your dog. If you want to continue to support your dog, that's fine. That's not my dog. I'm not going to tell you how to discipline your dog. But as for me, if my dog were to turn on me, repeatedly, mind you, especially repeatedly, I'd kill him. But then Ashhole decides that he's over here representing people eating tasty animals, and then he decides to say, "Oh, you don't kill your pets. You don't kill your pets." And then I proceed to explain. I say, "Hey, if any animal of mine turns on me, I'd kill it. I'm just saying if Templeton were my dog and he literally bit the hand that fed him repeatedly, I would have killed him." I'm voicing an opinion, and Ashel's taking it personal. So Ashel's the one who's butthurt here, not me.
Oh, Ashel, are you butthurt?
I'm not butthurt. In fact, he's the one that fucking blocked me. So I mean, I sense a little bit of butthurt in that. I'm not sure about Trump and capitalists. He was talking shit to him too. I don't know if he blocked him too. So you know.
I don't know, Teutonic. I mean, now Ashel's saying that not only do you have a problem with him, but now you got a problem with Trumping.
Oh, I don't have a problem with trumping capitalists because at least trumping capitalists, doesn't go out and bootleg your autograph. At least he comes by his shit honestly.
Oh man, Ashel, man, he's got a point.
Everything that ain't nailed down.
Oh man, come on, Plague. You got anything to say, Ashel, man? That's pretty harsh, man.
I didn't get the last thing he said because I was trying to. But I'm a broke college student, all right. I cannot afford these things, these luxury things. So like, yeah.
If you can't afford it, that's capitalism. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. Don't steal it either.
Okay, all right. I'm just doing.
All right. Yeah, look. Any last words? Any last words, Asho, and then I'll give Teutonic some last words, and we'll move on, man. This is getting a little hostile.
Can you please ban this son of a bitch, please?
Oh man, this is getting all right. Well, hold on, Asho. I thank you, but I mean, ban him. Why would I ban the Plague? Hey, Plague, why is everybody player hating on you, man?
They hate me because they ain't me. If you're going to be internet famous, this is what you got to put up with, as you said. And to Asho, his mother, she's kind of like a doorknob. All right, everybody gets a turn, and no one's amused.
Oh man, I mean, Plague. I mean, man. This is some serious business. Hey, Plague, stay right there, man. I cannot believe that we're getting this kind of drama. In the capitalist army here. I mean, let's calm down. Let's just calm down. Let's calm down. Can't we all just get along? Man, I did not expect that, folks. My apologies. As a matter of fact, we got Trump and capitalists. You got anything you want to add in on this, Trumpin'?
Yeah, I just want to stay for the
Hey, Teutonic, well, you're cutting in and out, but Teutonic, go ahead. You're cutting in and out, Trumpin', but I'm going to put Teutonic back on. Go ahead, Trumpin'.
Am I better now? Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yeah,
now?
You're good. Go ahead.
All right, Teutonic, I don't appreciate the fact that you openly admit to abusing animals. I love animals. And for you to say that you're going to cut a dog's neck because it'll attack you, I mean, that's disgraceful. And you should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, man. Teutonic, you got the floor, man. I mean, everybody's coming at you. That's why I'm giving you the floor, man.
I don't abuse animals, dude. I got pets. I love them to death.
So why are you saying you're going to kill one if they kind of turn on you?
Because if they turn on me and attack me and view me as an enemy, what if that little bastard went for my throat in my sleep or some shit? I can't take that chance.
I thought you don't mean it. Why you say it? Why you say it then? Why are you saying it then?
I'm saying it because if any animal of mine turns on me, I kill it. Let me tell you a little story, all right?
You don't mean it.
Hey, all right. Things got out of hand, but yeah, let me tell you a little story, all right? Let me tell you a little story. A certain member of my family owned this dachshund named, I don't know, we'll just call him Fido. Change the names, protect the innocent. We'll just call him Fido. And what Fido did was, it was bad enough that he shit and pissed in this poor bastard's bed. That's bad enough. That's not worth a cutting of the neck. That's worth taking him to obedience school. But what finally made this guy snap and kill this dog was he practically bit off this guy's finger. And he got pissed, threw the dog against the wall, killed him.
Okay.
And the same guy says, hey, you know, he turned on me, he attacked me, you know, he viewed me as an enemy, and what if he was going to kill me? I couldn't take that risk.
No,
Okay.
all right, you know what? I'm ending this now. I mean, I can't believe this is taking this turn. I mean, you know, dog killing. I mean, come on, dog killing. God! You gotta be kidding me! What the hell am I listening to? I wouldn't be surprised if PETA crawls up my ass after this conversation. I mean, good God! Good freaking God! Jesus Christ, give me the money! Give me the money! Oh my God! Look, folks, that took a turn for I don't know what the hell's going on here. All right, I didn't mean for everybody to see that drama. I didn't realize that drama was happening. I had no idea what was going on here. But anyway, obviously we'll get more into it tomorrow. Please tune in with us. We're live tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time at the official website, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Follow me on Twitter, folks. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores, PoliticsGhost. And remember, the Ghostler Youth shirts are in effect until November 3rd. Get your Ghostler Youth shirt. Represent the meme wars. Represent the capitalist army. Get your Ghostler Youth shirt, baby.